Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. YouTube, it's great to have you. I have with me my amazing cast and crew once again. And big news, hey, we got music now in-game. So it's not just me. It's not just me listening to music and the chat listening to music. My players can now hear this music live.
Yes, we can.
And now we can get
It's
more
so good.
engrossed into the story because we have
Let me just adjust the volume a little bit.
I feel motivated.
Hell yeah. So, like we always do.
Wait for it to load.
Is it not loading for you?
No, it's just because my computer sucks.
might have to refresh.
Maybe playing on a poster with a screen.
I am. I got my graphics card in yesterday, so I have my computer, so...
Hell yeah!
Oh.
We'll just have to do some volume mixing live. So, let's do our intros as we always do. We'll start off from left to right. Might need to boost our mics. Yep. On it. I have Phoebe at 200.
Should I turn myself up? I can turn myself up.
That might be...
Doing.
That might be needed, because if the music gets too quiet, you guys won't be able to hear it. But I have some of you already at 200, and you are still kind of quiet.
How does this sound?
That's better. Well, thank you, Clover.
Yeah, Paige's model is so cute. Look at that puffa ears with the freaking bookmark eyes. So cute. Oh my god.
And you know what? I can make it cursed.
I love ball toggles.
Her hair in the divorce.
Oh,
The ears. The ears.
yeah, even the ears come off.
They can't even hear us.
So we can hear Phoebe now, we can hear Fia, we can hear Tharmog, and we can hear Gavin. If anything, I'll just tweak the music a little bit live. Can you guys all... Let's do our intro, shall we?
Absolutely. So I am Goblin Fia playing Serena Darkholm. I am a tsundere, raven, beastkin. I specialize in healing magic, light and dark.
Oh, hi,
and
Mark.
manipulating life energy itself. Is that the kind of intro that you would like? This is the second time I've done it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's anything I'm missing.
Absolutely perfect. And if you would like to check out Fia, you can always check her out over here. Following that, we have another wonderful goblin, Phoebe Bane.
Hey, and howdy, everybody. I am Phoebe Bane. And today I am playing Lux Morris, the feral punk chimera lady delinquent, who tears herself apart to get the job done.
And as we learned from last episode, the one who will just walk up and say, "Nah, I'm that bitch."
Someone has to.
I mean, last game you scared another student so much that he probably wet himself.
Just like my Japanese animes.
Following that, we have Gavin Stoutheart.
Hello, I'm Gavin Stoutheart, Goblin Paladin. Although I usually sound like this, but today I took a voice potion. And I am playing Max Witt, a voice actor. I'm also one of the very few safe for work streamers out there. So if you have kids or whatnot, they'll be right at home in my streams.
Yeah, Gavin is super duper adorable and say so.
Agreed.
Very.
Thank you.
What, that map over there, the Grand Line? No, this is our world map, and I drew this all myself. This world was made, so the cool thing about... Well, actually, first, Sarmog, would you like to introduce yourself?
I am not a gnoblin. I am not a gnelf. I'm a dwarf. And I'm playing as Bramrokat, which is going to be their teacher here this school year, taking them on all sorts of fun trips and adventures, trying to keep them in check, of course, rowdy as they are. And I look forward to tutelaging all of you today.
Hold the fuck up. What the fuck do you mean? Hold their rowdiness in line.
Tutelaging.
You destroyed the gym personally.
Yes, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire.
The fuck do you mean
You
by
fight fire
that?
with rocks.
Fight fire with rock.
But yes, welcome back everybody to the world of Terrarcanum for Derpaige 02, the second world we have in the Derpaige franchise. There is the other campaign we have set on Terrarcanum Novus. While I do all the map art for both shows, because we play with Fabula Ultima, the players have helped shape both worlds with me. The cast and crew of Derpaige have helped shape the world of the first game and all the races and lore and theology of that world. And my lovely collection of goblins and goofball here have helped shape this world with me. We worked together because that is the one cool thing about Fabula Ultima that I cannot stress enough. Exactly, Lambina. You talk it out in session 0, or session -1 if you want to have like a session 0 to get in character, to build the world together. We planned this world to be 2 continents, we planned like floating islands and all that. We discussed like what kind of a campaign it's going to be, because nothing really gets a player invested like helping make the world around them. And I cannot thank you guys enough for helping to make this world a reality.
Well, thank you. Thank you for making this all possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally when we were about, like, when Phoebe and Tharbog first approached me and were like, hey, we really want to try out Fabula Ultima, and we know, like, you know about it. Would you like to run, like, a quick little one-shot? I'm like, hey, I'm not big on one-shots. I'd love to run a long campaign. And it was just, like, a Spider-Man point moment of, like, yeah, we don't, we prefer a long campaign as well. Oh, it's great to have you guys here, and I'm excited. So before as we go over to the city, as I drag you on over to another map that I made, who would like to do the recap?
Last time on on Derpaige, School of Haze, we introduced the characters as they started off in their journey as new students of the Adventuring Academy, where there were some confusion as to the color of capes, being 3 of them, red, or white, and black. So white and black people understood easily enough, but our characters wearing red capes were part of a special group. A group with a mix of people from this world and those without the world, and of all walks of life, as a new project to see if we could get them all working together. Though not everyone was quite on board with that, and a fight broke out between one of the rich students who was born here, of a high pedigree, thinking that they shouldn't quite interact with lowlives such as ourselves, especially off-worlders. So we beat him up. Destroyed the gym.
That covers everything perfectly.
I mean, there were a couple of other things. We also met the headmaster who used to work in the. He was an adventurer before working here. And then after we took down the snobby rich kid, we went to our main classroom. We met a couple more of our students. There's one who is a puppet who has been brought to life There was also a Shiba Inu who wields a katana. There was, I think, one more student that we met, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes.
I can't quite put my finger on who they were, though.
Cordelia the pirate.
Yes.
That's right. Yes. And then after meeting some of our classmates, we decided to have a field trip to go around town and explore. We went shopping. We went shopping in the market district. We went over to the arena where they were selling rockfish fish sticks. We also visited the large, massive tree that is like the size of a building, basically. I think, we went one more place. Was it to the island? I can't quite remember.
We went to the Coliseum stalls, didn't we?
Yes. Hi,
I
Jay.
already mentioned that.
Yeah. The tree itself had some very special history with it, as it was a gift from another nation as a part of their friendship with each other.
That was the main, like, little extra things. I think after that, we went to our dorms, and we were able to then kind of get settled in our own individual rooms, customizing them in various ways that are, specific to us, before going to bed for the evening and resting. Do we also have a dedicated note taker? I don't know if we have one of the. If we established that, we probably should have a.
We did not establish that last session, but there should be a dedicated note taker.
Who wants to do it? Who's good at taking notes?
I used to be a lot better. Then I kind of got a tumor.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario is we just you just like do quick little abridged notes of like this happened at this point and this happened at that point. I'm not going to expect anyone to be like Sarada, who basically takes court minutes.
Yeah, if anything, I'm just
I'll do
taking
some light note taking.
point notes.
I'll do some light note taking. Don't you worry. I got his covered.
Paige, your leg is peeling? It is. Both of them are. Excuse me while I step all over Gavin.
There's feces on me. Ah! You're supposed
I'll
to like
Not
them,
so
dog.
say so anymore, are you?
Hi, Gotisme. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome. And yes, you guys, great recap. Good job. Also make sure everybody I believe everybody boosts their Fabula point by 1 because it's a new session.
I thought it was only if you
I
didn't
should
have
do
any.
that.
Oh, right, if you don't have any.
Oh, if you don't have any.
Sorry, I'm so used to the other player, the other campaign, where they have used like maybe 1 Fabula point once. Or twice. And they've stockpiled like 2 dozen.
Spend my last Ultima point because I knew you get 1 at the start of every session if you start at 0, but nope, that's not the case. I did not get to spend my Fabula point.
Yeah. But for anyone who is interested, this is a pretty cool system. Let me grab the link for it really quick and just pin it in the chat. Because
More people need to be playing this.
This game system that we are playing with is different from other ones. We are playing with Fabula Ultima. It is a JRPG style TTRPG where characters, it doesn't just expect you to multi-class, it is a necessity. You can only take 10 levels in a given class, whereas level 50 is the max level. We are using some music, it might be just a little quiet. I have to fine-tune the volume of each of the songs. Hi, Iceman for Life. Can you guys hear this music okay?
Yep.
There'll be a little more scuff this episode.
Yeah, the music is. I'm getting some issues with it on my end. Like it's just not playing, but I think that's.
Might have to refresh the
I already did,
Browser.
but it's fine.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll be okay. No worries.
So,
It's working great on my end.
today, the curtain comes up on Hyrant City. Oh, this song. You know what? We're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with it. The curtain rolls up. The sun rises, and there's already a fight starting in the dorm. You're all woken to the sound of scuffling and shouting, and, you know, the ruckus downstairs in the communal kitchen in your little dorm, tucked away under the trees. What are you all doing?
Oh,
So there's a fight downstairs?
Yes.
Well, let's see who's fighting.
To try to first see who's fighting and then try to stop it if it's students.
Well, at first he
who's
was
getting
fighting
into
and
my
trying to
shorts?
find
'Cause I'm
who's
still
gonna win.
waking up.
I want to do the thing where I run out of my room with like a piece of toast in my mouth, a little bit of butter on it, you know?
I love how you have a toaster in your room and you're going down to the kitchen.
Of course I do.
I mean, they're a bird. They need the breadcrumbs.
Or
Exactly.
any time that I travel down the hill, what I like to do is enter my suits, my mech suit made of rocks, and enter what I like to call my ball formation. Then I roll down the hill real quick, like.
Can I go on them?
I was gonna say Sonic the Hedgehog, but Goron I think fits even
Oh
better.
my god.
Yes.
And so as soon as I'm at the scene of the crime, you know, you roll, and then you almost like do a little, you knock on a little piece of rock on the ground, kind of pop in the air, and like make it a little star shape with all your limbs like stretched out. You're like.
As you all come downstairs, you know, you catch quite a sight. You catch Hachioji and Cordelia in a bit of a scuffle.
Fight.
You catch your dog classmate and the pirate in particular in a fight, both fighting with butter knives. You know, not nothing too dangerous, but the fact that they're, you know, brandishing blades at each other, and of course on the table there is a plate of toast.
Are they fighting over the toast?
You bet your ass they are.
Oh, perfect. Well, I mean, I don't want to give them my toast.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It's my toast.
Hi,
I
Derpaige.
understand why they're fighting over it.
Might hostess.
Yeah, and if you're curious about Fabula Ultima and running it yourself, it has its own pre-built one-shot campaign for free. Now that's an affordable price if I've ever heard one.
I don't know. I'm so poor that I find it hard to even pay attention.
I'm gonna fucking throw you through the window.
That's detention.
Lux, Creases Jordans. So, why didn't that song replay?
I do not know.
Oh, for some reason it paused.
Are they paying attention to the toast right now?
No, they are not paying attention to it. Cordelia is shouting about how she doesn't care if she can't understand the dog. The toast is hers. The dog has his own food. She's not gonna give up the last piece of toast.
I'm gonna casually put it on a chair and slide the chair in so the toast is covered and out of sight. And, sparring match?
This crazy little bastard is trying to take my toast when I'm the one who made it.
Toast.
Oh, hey, free toast.
And of course,
Honestly, kinda...
Oh, you first.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I kind of like the Shiba Inu. I have a soft spot for the pupper.
Hachioji is
so-
barking a couple of times. You know, none of you can understand him except for Lux.
I was gonna say, what's he saying?
I will DM it to you. I'll TM it to you.
I'll try to ask our Shiba Inu classmate. Is this true? Are you attempting to be a thief? Are you thieving the piece of toast that she made?
Communication is taking place. Secret messages are being revealed.
Secret.
Whisper, whisper,
Oh
whisper.
no, that poor dog. He can't make his own toast because he has no thumb.
Oh, it's so sad.
He's been there for an hour trying to make toast, but he can't.
How is Buttercup?
Oh,
She's
what?
doing okay, Jade.
Hello there.
I'll have, that piece of, because I did, funny enough, I did clarify that I had a piece of toast and I have a toaster in my room. I clarified this before I even knew that they were going to be arguing
Does
over
everyone
toast.
else know that you have a toaster?
Emotional
I'll have a piece of toast in my mouth and just be like, hey, if you want to go to my room, I could get you some.
You have your own food in your. Cordelia just kind of snaps at you, and she's just giving you this look of incredulity.
Listen, a bird never goes anywhere without a couple of breadcrumbs, okay?
I thought bread
It
was
is
bad
now.
for birds.
Not when they're beastkin, okay? I like bread!
It's right in their thighs, and then they
I mean, who
explode.
doesn't like bread? Gotta carb it up.
It's not my fault you all didn't think ahead of time.
And
Listen, lads,
So, I will
Life.
offer some of my secret bread.
how are you responding, Bram?
life's about helping one another, not being penny pinchers. I'm gonna give Serena here 1 social credit.
Social
Not
credit.
that kind of social credit. Not that kind of social credit, mind you.
Yeah.
No, the community service credit for offering a piece of bread to her classmate.
Can you
wanna
please sing the
reward
mid-Merchant
command-
anthem for this, please?
I'm sorry.
The mid-Merchant national anthem, please. Can you please sing it for us? for extra social credit, of course.
Yes, I realized as soon as I said it. Perhaps it was a mistaken choice of words here, but you get my drift. I want my class, my students, to help each other out here. To be excellent to one another, and that means making toast for each other if they don't have thumbs.
And of course, some of the other students that we've not properly named yet are coming down. I do have plans on naming all the students in this class because it's going to be a smaller class and cast of wonderful characters.
Yeah, right now though they're just like those NPCs in the background. They like have generic faces, black or brown hair. with
I
almost, like,
wouldn't say
basic-ass haircut.
fully generic, but yeah. Of course, one voice in particular you hear grumbling as they come downstairs is, what was his name again?
The
Auric!
rich kid? Yeah.
Auric is coming downstairs, and he's grumbling, rubbing the back of his head. Must you start fighting so early in the morning? It's not even time for class yet.
Yeah, he prefers
Yes,
to
because
fight in
class
the
time is the
afternoon.
time to fight, right?
Well, Ulrich's got a point there. We should be making toast rather than fighting. Ulrich, do you want to volunteer to make more toast yourself?
Why didn't anybody buy any?
Oh, Mr. Moneybags, well, yeah.
Isn't it the teacher's job to keep the dorm stocked?
I used all his salary fixing the floor he broke.
Auric sighs, and he's just kind of doing that, like, 5 fingers across the face. Not like a full face palm, but like he splayed his 5 fingers across his face. You know that type of face palm.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright, I will take responsibility. I'll go out and buy food for the entire dorm to stock us up.
Oh, that's...
I can at least acknowledge when I'm in the wrong and make amends for it.
Hey, that's pretty
There he
good of
goes.
you, Ulrich.
One social community service point to him.
I'll go out after I make some coffee. He's going over to the cupboard to check for coffee. And sees the bag has been spilled over. And it's almost completely empty.
Damn.
The smell of
Well,
coffee
look at
is in
me,
the
I just
kitchen.
got up myself.
I'm just shoveling coffee grounds in my mouth. No.
The smell of coffee is in the
I have a
kitchen.
bowl full of it.
And
That's
Cordelia's
fine.
toast is still hidden on a chair that's tucked in.
And we cut over to Calliope, who is, you know, she's sitting there enjoying the warmth and smell of the coffee, sipping it very gingerly. Why is it not replaying the sound? You're supposed to loop the sound. Damn it!
It'd be weird sometimes.
Yeah, I'm still learning how this works, but it's super cool that we have music now.
Oh yeah.
That would probably be a no-go, Jade, because that would incentivize people to... I don't want to incentivize people trying to buy things on stream like that, because it would come across as like favoritism and be like, hey, if I spend more, I have a better chance of getting picked. However,
Yeah, go get that bag.
Yeah,
get the
that
bag.
if anybody wants to make donations or sub during Derpaige streams, all proceeds go to new assets and new stuff being made.
5 gifted subs equals 1 Fabula point. Wink.
That might honestly, I thought about that. I thought about that.
That's the way to try Pathfinder games.
Kind of fun, honestly.
Every sub is a hero point.
However, if there's a villain on the scene, 5 gifted subs also gives an Ultima point.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Thank you,
tier
Clover,
one.
for the tier 1. So there's a pause as Auric finds his coffee is completely missing. And he slowly turns around and sees Hachioji sitting at the table with Calliope. Both are enjoying those, like, ostensibly large coffee mugs. You know, the type of coffee mug that you would have a can of soup in?
Mm-hmm.
They're having that
yeah.
as coffee.
I feel like we could have delegated this a little bit better.
Auric already has his hand on his sword, as if he's pissed off that his morning coffee's already been taken from him.
Oh, whoa. Hold on.
Yeah, let's go. Fight.
No. I feel a little bit of an obligation. I munch on my toast just a little bit more and say, hey, Auric, I got a good idea. How about we go to the cafe down the road and then go get some stuff for the dorm?
All right. All right. Fine. I'll go with you.
Hell yeah. Besides, I'm doing this mostly because I saw that cafe and I kind of wanted to go anyway, so this works out.
So yeah, well, while we kind of smooth the scene on over, which cafe
If
in
he pays for
particular?
it, it's even better. So,
Which cafe?
you know, the one that we passed by near the market district. You know, the
there are
cafe.
quite a few cafes. In particular, you might be interested in this one here. This is one particular cafe that's affordable to all students. Of course, there is the big restaurant.
I mean,
Right.
Auric's paying, so we can kind of go to like the nicest cafe.
What do you mean I'm paying?
Well, I mean, we obviously
I'm buying the
pay.
groceries
You said
already.
you would. Yeah.
Nice have-
Also,
And
ill-advised
also,
casting,
like-
that's a cute idea.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were so poor that you couldn't buy me coffee.
All right, fine, let's go.
Nice.
I
let's
need
go.
my morning coffee anyway.
And if you just want to buy whole beans, I can grind them down myself.
So Auric and Serena have left the scene temporarily, leaving.
Wait, did I accidentally go on a date with this guy now?
No,
Did I?
he doesn't consider this a
Yeah,
date for sure.
That's the third time you go out just alone. We gotta work towards a persona.
Right.
Social
Okay.
link 1.
I can ship it.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast acquired the power of the Hierophant. So you three, the rest of you, what are you doing here? Are you trying to keep the dog and the pirate from murdering each other? Or what are you doing?
Are they still on about that?
Currently? Sorry, what was that, Phoebe?
I was gonna say, I was gonna let you finish before I said something dumb.
Currently Cordelia is trying to... She has the plate, and Hachiochi is, of course, jumping up multiple times to try and get it, and it's getting to the point where he's starting to use...
I've hidden the plate on the chair and tucked it under the table.
She has managed to find it. She is a pirate, of course.
Oh,
You
okay.
cannot hide loot from a
Found the
pirate.
treasure.
Hachiochi is starting to use wind magic to try and move a little faster and get the toast from her.
Can
I was gonna walk up and be like, can't you guys just cut it down the middle, like diagonally?
What was that?
Like, can you guys just cut the piece of toast in half, like diagonally? Would share.
So, what I want to do is I want to walk towards them, smiling, gritting to my teeth, try to put an arm around each of them. Might be a little tricky. I might need to bend down a little bit sideways for the Ineshibu. And I'm gonna kind of put them in a friendly headlock. And you're like, you guys have to learn the meaning of Shannon. And I'm gonna try to almost headbutt the plate so I can grab it with my mouth and like try to eat the toast myself.
Steal the toast.
I'm gonna steal the toast. I'm gonna eat it.
You know, Professor, you're right.
I say with my mouth full.
We should work together. Cordelia gives a knowing glance to Hachioji. Hachioji gives one right back.
What do you mean?
They have turned on you!
No.
And as the camera pans away from the dorm and, you know, the camera shakes from all the impact and noise of everything that's happening as the day starts out great. Serena! Sorry, what was that, Gavin? You said something?
Yep, I just say, oh, I'll see you later, teacher. Leave him to his fate.
As we cut over to the cafeteria where Serena and Auric are gonna go just to get a little bit of breakfast.
Yeah. I'll just want, like, you know, just a black drip, nothing too fancy. I don't need any fancy schmancy stuff.
I can see you at least appreciate coffee the way it's intended.
Oh, you like black drip too?
Of course, it's the only way to taste the beans.
Oh, thank you. See, I thought you would have had some frilly ass, like, overcomplicated latte with, like, some special buttered cream or something required. I'm kind of a little shocked.
No, back home I hand press my own coffee.
That's really cool. That's actually really, really cool. I'll
If I manage to
I'll
get
kind of
one-
like tell him a little bit about my beans that from my village and stuff. How we
He
used to make it with our own methods.
he informs you that you know, the head butler, as a child he was taught how to make a proper cup of coffee, how to brew a proper cup of tea. He knows how to handle both, and if he ever gets his hand press, he will gladly hand press one of his custom blends and, you know, share a cup with you because, one, he is trying to make amends for his outburst, and two, it's always good to appreciate coffee with someone else that appreciates coffee.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll share all of my like favorite kind of blends that I've had and the different methods that I've like researched, that kind of thing. Big coffee nerd right here.
And as you guys get the coffee and all that, you head on over to markets. After all that, whoops, I went to the wrong window. You head on over to Market Street to go collect some groceries and whatnot. And by the time you make it back, it's probably already close to 10 a.m. and it's almost time for classes to start as you start stocking up. And you come back to what looks like a war zone. where you find
everyone's like making barricades, and there's like they've got like the fucking black paint lines underneath their eyes on like their cheeks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You come to find outside the dorm a makeshift stone fortress having been made, like with little like with a little slit for eyes. And Hachi Oji, Cordelia, and Calliope working together to try and breach it. With Max and Lux just kind of watching everything that's happening.
Yep, Max
Yeah, I gotta
is
collect bats from
currently
people.
like leaning on a chair up against the wall, eating a spoonful of ketchup because there isn't anything else in the fridge.
Could have waited 2 hours.
We leave for like an hour or two, and all hell breaks loose.
What happened?
And I'm just laughing. Behind my wall of rock and
Your
What?
mic's cutting out.
Oh, my mic's cutting out. I'm like, try and get me, lads.
Yeah, it keeps cutting out if you laugh too loud. You might want to look into
Yeah.
canceling noise suppression.
Yeah, I should do that. But despite all the hearty laughs, if you were to gaze upon my face, I'm all the way bruised. They got a good couple blows in before I was able to get my defenses up.
Hey, Oric, Serena, grab a chair. We're just
I got a
calling
large-
Act 3 of this.
Large palm mark on my cheeks.
What in the hell happened?
Well,
The Toast Wars started again.
The Toast
The
Wars.
Wars.
yep.
Well, hey everyone. Y'all might want to come with us. We got food. If you're hungry.
We did stock up
I
at least for the
ketchup.
next month.
Toss it in the sink. All right, food, let's go.
Yeah, as you see, they brought an entire cart with them. They stocked up for what is essentially 12 people living in one house for a month. Because while your class isn't the biggest, you're going to be living in this little dorm together.
So neat. We've
And-
got all kinds of grains of toast. We've got even gluten-free. We've got eggs, bacon, sausage. Whatever you guys need.
And you know,
Demolition and
And of
high
course.
rotisserie chicken.
one whole ass rotisserie. Hi, Catalina.
We got the chicken nuggies. We got it all.
Chicken nuggies.
So as the day continues on and like opens up and the first day of classes is happening and the bell rings letting everybody know it's time to start making your way to classes and all that, you guys can start heading on over. But not before Auric announces something to the professor. Oh, Professor. Do be aware I'm only paying for the groceries, not for any of the furniture you damage in your little scuffle.
Wouldn't expect you to.
And of course, it's only this time.
You haven't covered your damages anymore. It's like, I've only known you 2 days. And both days, you could have stuff up, Teach.
Well, gotta crack an omelet to break a few skulls. Is that how it goes?
No. You crack
Sure
eggs to make omelets.
I mean, they hired the one of the largest adventurers as the headmaster. There's no way that they didn't expect this school to get at least a little burnt and broken.
I mean, there's a budget for that type of stuff, but Brahm has a habit. Let's face it. This man breathes rock element and rock magic and rock. They expect some damage, but not to his degree.
Mm-hmm.
And heck, even with entry, he literally rock and rolled in.
It's true.
Well, I've got my ways.
You know, I deserve
Don't
this.
see the knowledge in them soon enough.
Yes, you do, Paige.
So as you are all piling into the school, you know, it's time for the first day of classes. First official day.
That's right.
Can't wait to learn calculus.
Got an important announcement to make.
Okay, I don't have to learn math, do I?
You do, but that's not what that's about.
The big thing to take note of is some of the main classes are... Well, one of the main classes to be taught at High Rent is economics. Economics is one of the big ones. There is also... There's also a technology class, along with stuff that talks about like some of the cutting edge stuff. You guys even have access to what are essentially prototype computers in this world.
Oh,
Interesting.
Quite interesting.
We did learn
Ah,
some economics this morning with supply and demand. That being that the supply of toast being 1 equals absolute fucking chaos. So that's economics there for you.
There's, of course, history, there's magic theory, magic application, there's combat tactics. Because they expect everyone that comes to this academy will know how to fend for themselves, because many people go on to become adventurers, some go on to lead industries, some go on to, you know, do their own thing. Ill-advised casting too,
This
yeah.
is a lot more than I thought it would be.
However, the one thing to note is right around the end of the first day, your teacher has an announcement for you guys.
Yes. Listen up, class. We are soon going to be splitting up in several groups around the High Rent region to investigate multiple sightings of strange monsters. I've been told these aren't the normal monsters you typically see around these parts, so I expect great caution out of all of you. We'll split up in groups of 4. So like I said yesterday, you'll get to get quite acquainted with each other. I suggest you start forming groups right this moment. I myself, to round out the class, will escort one of the groups personally here. And as the year goes, I'll be personally monitoring each and every group of 4.
Are the players a bit on the quiet side? I don't know. I have Tharmog. Hold on, let me see if it's my Discord volume.
Am I quiet for you guys?
I have both you and Phoebe at 200. I have Discord at 100. Let me see if I can fix this.
I'm coming in okay though, right?
Hold on.
How does it look in OBS?
It's looking okay. Here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if this works. Tharmog, talk a little bit.
Talk a little bit.
Okay, that's much more clear. Phoebe? There we go. I figured it out. I figured what the problem was. It wasn't so much as a problem as much as a special volume setting. I found out that even if you have Discord maxed out in volume for Sound Mixer, if you right-click the little Devon symbol, you can adjust your actual Discord output volume between 0 to 200%.
Well, I'm happy I get to be heard. Do I need to repeat the message, class? Was I talked over by the music? Was I too quiet? Should I do it again, or are we all set?
I can summarize if you want.
I might need to turn the music down a touch.
I am already. I'm gonna be doing this to all the songs until we hear them at least once.
Yeah.
You can also use the global controls up at the top to make it all one single thing.
True that. I have just learned about that. Thank you, Phoebe.
Yeah, like the music stuff for the music that you have playing right now, and then the ambiance is for
Okay,
other
so
environments and
this
stuff.
controls the global volume. Well, you can adjust the individual volume of each song as well. Cool. So Brahm has informed the class that in this world, monsters are pretty common, right? They're generally referred to as monsters, unless you're like a pretty standard animal. You'll see things like a deer with 10-point antlers, but the antlers are made out of bark and they have plant life growing out of them. You might see a wolf in the tundra, but the bristles of its fur are covered in spiny icicles. You'll see some low-level stuff like that. Usually, some stronger monsters might appear out of these, which is understandable. However, Brahm has informed everyone that there are strange monsters that have not been recorded before, sighted around the Hyrule region. So, how are you guys responding?
So, are we expected to just scout the area, or are we expected to fight these things off?
Well, let's first investigate the area, and once you assess their power levels a little bit closer, perhaps you'll find that these are threats that you get to eliminate. But let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet.
Yeah. And if their power levels are over 9,000, I'm out.
Yes, you would be.
What type of joke is that?
Wait, what?
That was a Family Guy cutaway gag almost. That's on that power level.
Is this some sort of off-worlder joke I don't get?
Yeah, sorry, it's from some of the media I've consumed. Earth show.
Well, jokes aside, how do you lads feel about your first appointment?
I can't wait to scout out the area. It's probably gonna be better than being cooped up in here.
Looks like the mummified alien from Mexico after dealing with all the math and other bullshit classes.
I mean, we gotta do practical stuff to be heroes, right? Let's do it.
I love...
Oh wait, I have a question. Do we get to pick who we're paired up with?
Yes, of course. Start forming
So...
groups.
Yeah, I have it set up so that we can focus on this group for now. Like, if you want to split the party eventually across the nation, I would not
No, I
advise
would
against that.
not want to. It's just
Yeah.
a question in character.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you in character, yeah, you can technically pick for this first assignment. Yes.
Just look around and everyone's already paired up except for Max and Lux.
Looks around and is like,
Uh,
well, dang, that was quick. Well, let's Irena, Lux, partner up again?
might as well. You guys were fine in combat.
I mean, we did kick
You did
ass.
good.
I think we complemented each other pretty well.
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, I exploded. She unexploded.
I'm still fucking terrified that you max rolled your Rondo of Nightmare last session.
Yeah, and no hard feelings about the time when I sucked the life force out of your bodies, right? Like that was okay. You didn't.
That was
I didn't mind
awkward,
that.
It's
but
the first time, trust me.
yeah. Awkward, but you put us back together.
Yeah,
So-
you were fine.
For anyone listening in, Fia has a class called Necromancer, and Necromancer has a special feature called Rondo of Nightmare, where a spell is changed to target every creature on scene. It deals dark damage, and she sucked the life force out of every creature that was available in battle, her party included, and dealt like 150 damage. Which is,
They liked it.
yeah, I hope.
They loved it.
For a level 5 character to deal triple digit damage is crazy.
And to the uninitiated, level 5 is level 1 in this game. So
Yeah, that's your starting level. You start at level 5 in this game.
Max is 50.
Max is level 50? Wow, that's crazy. You
Max,
started
you're level 50 already?
10 times. That's
Wait, what?
crazy.
Yeah, Max is so strong.
How am I level?
No,
it says
'cause-
level 5.
No.
The joke went over his little
Ah,
head!
you
Make
dumb
puns to make
dumb.
over Gavin's head. But he
Sorry,
makes
Gavin, you must be
puns.
this tall to get the joke.
Oh,
You're max level. Get it? Max level's 50.
Because I'm Max.
Yeah.
back to this voice again now.
I love you guys. You are a quartet of dorks, and I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a dork.
I love being a dork. What can I say?
So you're told that at the end of the week you will be heading out on your little first field trip, and these field trips will happen for usually a week. You have a week to complete whatever assignment is you are tasked with, plus whatever extra stuff you can do. So as part of this little campaign, whenever we go to a new area, there will be a soft time limit where, some extra time can be bought. Which, 7 days is pretty long.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I was just sipping some water. But you will be heading out to the Hyrant region and to some of the surrounding farm towns to find out what has been happening to them. Let's just sit in the classroom for now. Well, you guys, we're gonna have a little social moment where you can just interact with each other and figure out what all is happening.
Yeah, so we head out into the surrounding area. What is the surrounding area like?
If you would like to see the Hyrant region, I can show you.
Oh wait, sorry, are we hanging out in the classroom or are we going out to the region? I missed it.
You're not going out to the region right now, but I can show you the map to show you where you will be going.
Sure.
So, this is a zoom in on the area that we are in the map. You are currently
Ready.
in the city of Hyrant. One group is going to be going to the mountainous village of Florent. One group is going to be heading up to Stoprand. You are being tasked, your group is being tasked with going to Tribute Farm.
Ah, damn.
Okay.
Thank you, Jade.
Going out into the boonies.
That's how we go to
I see how
Badrint.
it is.
I'm from there.
Oh, you... Oh, yeah, I forgot I made a town called Badrint.
Yeah, I'm from the area around Badrint. When I spawned in.
So that farm is named after the best song in the world?
This is just a tribute.
Oh.
This is just a tribute.
I've never heard of that song.
That's a Tenacious D song.
It's yeah,
so
one
if you're
of-
like,
Oh,
below the
that would
age of
explain it.
25, you
Tenacious D
won't get it.
songs.
I've never seen Tenacious D.
Oh.
How old are you?
I am 32. Shut up.
You should know it then, yeah.
The only things I know are the memes from Tenacious D.
Then you have no
Come on.
excuse.
Okay.
It is
okay.
death.
Listen to it after.
Yeah, you know what? I'll as penance, I will watch 10 hours of Fleaguyu after this.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
Which is wild that someone made a 10-hour edit of just that, like, 8-second riff from one song in Tenacious D. So yeah, as we zoom in and, you know, show off, I love what you're able to do with this map system. Because, like, look at how close in you can get now.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's nice.
You can see tiny little boulders speckled around the city.
So you will be heading over to Tribute Farm eventually.
All right. For now, we're kind of doing like a downtime in between classes.
Yes, you are currently doing downtime in between classes. You will get you will get 3 days to interact with each other and like prepare a little bit. As I try and figure out the names for some of the other characters in your class, I gotta think of.
Big
course.
McLarge huge.
I gotta think of 4 more.
Thunderson. Binkle.
Well,
Bingo is my
as we
favorite
kind of
guy.
form the group, we'll kind of share a little bit about like my time in the cafe with Auric, and just kind of like let the group know that like, I mean, like he seemed a lot nicer today. He was nice to me, and he also has a good taste in coffee. So you know,
I was
That was
pleasantly
cool.
surprised with him too. He seems to have mellowed out some too, which is great.
yeah. So I think the moral of the story is if we don't like someone, we just have to kick the shit out of them.
Wait,
And then they'll like us.
I've been doing that since before I got to this
And now
place.
you're learning a little
It's
something about
always
me.
worked.
My teaching style. Very good.
Exactly. You just kick their ass until they like you.
Just because you
And
don't
it'll
agree
work.
with someone doesn't mean you beat them up.
That
is not the lesson!
That's the lesson I learned.
It doesn't
Yeah,
not mean that.
What good
Isn't
morals
that how
we're learning at
most
this
anime
school?
characters communicate? Is through fighting?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what? That's
Diplomacy.
hi, Jers.
Even in Star Wars, they have it. They call it aggressive negotiations.
Jers, I might need your help thinking up 4 more character names for this class so that I can fill out the entire class with memorable characters. That said,
Next one is Bob.
I actually would love a character named Bob that is just like the most generic ass, like basic bitch. Like you know how that gym leader from the new Pokemon game, whatever his name is. Where
Larry?
he's just like an office. Yeah, Larry. He's just like a basic ass office worker, tired guy, the most milquetoast looking motherfucker. I love when NPCs
I
are
love
like
that he's in Mario Mon.
obnoxiously norm. Yeah,
Like,
No,
he's
but I
just
always
he's
have
in
a
fucking
guy
Mario
named Dave
Mon.
in my world.
he's just in Mariamon. It's great. He's a great character. Yeah, Bob Smiley Face. The smiley face is part of his name. Exactly.
You know what? I have an
Um,
exact idea then. Sorry, what was that, Phoebe?
What? Oh, I was just saying, like, I also love characters like that because I always have a guy just named Dave who's just a business suit with a briefcase in all my worlds, no matter what type of thematic world it is. He's just kind of there.
Let me quickly take a quick note and put this in the
For
chat.
those that are uninitiated, milquetoast means meek, submissive, or timid.
Like a sop, because they're like sopping wet.
I believe it's
Mhm.
milk spelled MLIQUE.
Oh yeah, no, it's also not spelled like milk toast. It's
Milky.
Oh, you don't mean the slang,
Okay.
you mean the food. Oh, well that's when
Oh.
you have a piece of toast and you pour milk on it.
Yeah. It's the best
Which
way
usually
to enjoy
causes a lot of
toast.
people to violently throw up because of wet bread.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, actually, if you think about it, milk toast is basically French toast, right?
I was
'Cause
about
you
to
kinda-
say
You kind of like dip it. The only difference is you dip it in egg with a
egg
little bit of
too.
milk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Egg and
then
milk.
You got a little bit of cinnamon, and then you fry that up, and kind of good, kind of real good.
Okay, I will give you like, I will give you a character named Finn, who's like super duper generic to the point where he almost blends in with the background. As you were in
love
the class
Finn.
talking to yourselves, and you just hear the sound of someone clearing their throat.
Holy shit! Have you been there that whole time?
And, you know, the camera, like, we have a character who's got this very, very plain look on his face. Like, the only things that really stand out about him are, like, the devilish tail and, like, the horns sticking out of his head. But other than that, he has a very plain haircut that almost covers his eyes. He has, like, kind of no major expression on his face. And it almost kind of looks like he's fading into view. And he's just I've been here listening to you guys talk about. I mean, I was there when you guys fought Auric the other day.
He's just. I went to the cafe with you. I was there. I went grocery shopping. And it's just like it flashes back to all the moments that we've had so far, and he's just fucking been there the whole
He's in
time.
all those still shots.
You didn't even have to
shots he's in
spend a
before that.
Febula point on this because I was just like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. Here's Finn Vizier Ball.
He's just been there the entire time, every scene so far.
Of course, he just kind of looks forward back at his little book that he was studying. I'm excited to. I'm interested to see what all is happening with these monsters, but I don't really think I'm gonna be much of a help.
I mean,
Sorry.
I don't have any magical powers myself. I can't deform my limbs into weapons. I just have some hardware.
As he turns
So,
the page
I'm
of
not
his
much better.
as he turns the page of his book, the room is kind of like oddly misty.
Lovely. Magic book by any chance?
He turns the book again, and he's kind of like fading from view for a moment. The more you are focusing on him, the harder it is to focus on him. To the point that he disappears completely. He blends into the background.
Oh, okay.
And even more so, who were you talking to?
Huh?
Were we just talking to a wall?
No, I think I was.
You can't even remember who he was.
Finn is a false Hydra confirmed.
Anyways, anyways, Serena, you were saying the other day that you were interested in like how we came here.
Yeah. I was more so just curious if everyone more so remembers how they came here, because, I mean, for me, it's a little fuzzy.
Well, I do remember.
What? I think we walked there, didn't we?
You can, if you want to talk about how you came here and like converse with the other classmates, I'll allow that. If you want to do that now.
What do you remember, Serena?
Well, I remember I was some kind of medicine woman, I think.
Nurse? Doctor?
Something along those lines. I can't quite remember. I did something with medicine. And then I remember this shadowy figure, and I also remember there was some kind of thing that I found in this deep underground tunnel, and now and then I was here.
So you were this person who found this thing in this place.
I don't know any of the details, just more so fragments of scenes.
I feel for you. I wish.
It's also like years ago. It's kind of hard to remember. So like it was a long time ago.
Well, how long have you been here then?
About I guess maybe 10 years.
Oh dang. Okay, you've definitely been here longer than I have.
Yeah, Max,
Yeah,
you... Oh, sorry, you first, please.
Oh, all I was gonna say is, yeah, I grew up in a little bit of a remote village, pretty far from here.
As a reminder, some characters are brought over to this world just by accidentally stepping... Essentially no clipping into this world. Some people accidentally slip through the cracks between the worlds. Some people are summoned over with great magic. Some people die in our world and are reincarnated in this world completely as infants. Some people come in and get a body that isn't theirs. So it's very interesting to see how some off-worlders cope with the various ways that they're brought over and how some interact with each other.
Yeah, most of my memories started as dreams, kind of slowly coming back to me. To be honest, it's hard to even tell if they're actual memories or if it's just my imagination.
Well, but you definitely know that you're from Earth.
Yeah. I mean, I've remembered a couple of things. I've spoken with a couple of people that have also been otherworlders. I remember this one device where they would show images and there'd be stories inside it.
Television.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. I can't quite remember. And I also remember there was this drink that was very fizzy and sugary. Remember that?
Oh, pop. Soda.
Yeah,
This bitch from,
yeah,
like,
that's
the
what it was called.
50s.
What was that, Phoebe?
So
I was like, this bitch from like the 50s.
Yes, I remember having a milk creme.
I remember, yeah. But yeah, that's all I really remember.
Pretty
So,
vague,
I
but
remember
you're
as
definitely
being,
from Earth.
Somewhat
this is really
greatly
weird.
depressed.
What was that, Dharma?
I remember as being somewhat greatly depressed. It was a period of her time like that.
Ooh.
You know,
Me?
the Great Depression.
Oh. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, I went crackers.
But yeah, that's most of what I remember.
That is weird.
Rather large sad.
Because
I remember everything. What about you, Lux?
Yeah, I remember pretty much everything. And like, oh, I feel so weird talking to you now, Serena. I don't know why. It's just like, damn, this bitch could be my great grandma.
Well, I don't know what time period I was from. It's
the
more like
descriptions that made me feel too young. I feel like a babby. I feel like
I
I'm
might
talking
be.
to my riddled grandma right now, bro. This is hard.
What do you mean? I'm young. Listen. Most of my memories that I actually have are from this world. Almost all of
I
them.
know, it's just like a cognitive dissonance thing right now. I'm just like, ooh.
You know, I had a little bit of a childhood here, not an entire one, but for the most part.
gonna give you one of those head wraps you put up a bush cane.
Oh my god.
Better not. I remember I used to give out these.
Everybody's
I
talking
used
at
to give out
once.
these candies. They were called like Werthers or something like that. They were like
This bitch got the
little
butterscotch
called
on
Werthers.
tap.
Weather's original.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Yep.
Don't sue. Don't sue. So yeah. You guys are talking amongst yourselves and all that as the day wanes on. You know, the first day of classes goes off without a hitch. The night comes on and, you know, the next day it's about the same. Nothing really stands out of the ordinary. As this music starts up again, on cue.
Love it.
Great timing.
Fuck it, we'll roll with it. Of course, there is another debacle in the kitchen area once again.
We gotta have some dorm rules.
And as you all come downstairs, the fight is not over food this time, but over the morning paper.
Just fighting about a yes and a no in here.
Of course, Hachioji is trying to use the paper. You know, he's sat upon it and, you know, tried to use it. Whereas, Auric is the one trying to get the paper so he can read it.
It still feels weird to me. I'm so used to seeing people read a newspaper. Ever. I feel like I'm watching a movie from the 70s.
So weird. Not reading stuff that it's like not on a tablet.
I miss the brain rot. I'm saying it. I miss the brain rot.
I love how Max and Lux probably came from far
my
in the future.
generation.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely from like the 2020s.
Yeah. So you probably watched anime and such then, right, Lux?
I said I'm from the 2020s. I didn't say I was a weeb.
Oh.
Fucking shots fired. Brom,
Dang, because that was actually a lot of the work I did.
Brom, you are woken up to the sound of swords clashing within the dorm.
No, again. Gonna roll down the stairs, shattering as few steps as I can. What's the meaning of this?
You see Hachi... Oh, sorry, Max, please.
Oh. Max is just weeping in between people casually as he makes breakfast as if this is the most ordinary thing in the world.
So what's the meaning of this?
Auric
You've not had scrambled eggs before.
I love how you're just so nonplussed by this.
This is how you make an omelet. Break some eggs.
Hachioji has his sword drawn. Auric has his sword drawn. They're clashing weapons against each other, arguing about how he could just let him outside so he could do his business there. Better yet, why doesn't he use the bathroom if he's so intent on being civilized about this? Auric just wants to read the newspaper with his coffee.
Yeah, but I'm with Hachioji on this. What are you gonna read in the fucking newspaper? Who are you gonna care about? You there for the crossword puzzles? No one gives a shit.
Ram knows just what to do in this kind of situation. Gonna roll through to the bathroom. There's toilet paper in this world, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
all
there's
agreement
plumbing in this
toilet
world.
paper.
There's plumbing.
Okay, I was making sure. I didn't want to magic away my shit like Harry Potter.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Like, complete cut away from, like, in character and all that. Fuck that stupid idea.
Just squat in the hallway, bro.
They still had toilets in the school because
Yeah,
you know
it had been
like a
shown
bathroom, just
multiple
perfect, like-
times. It had been shown multiple times. They have plumbing. They have bathrooms. They have a ghost who died in the toilet. So what do they do? Hey, I have changed it so that they would just poop their robes and use magic to magic it away.
Yeah, the toilet's haunted. I don't want to go in there. I'm gonna shit my pants either way.
I can hear them fight, right? From the bathroom. Let's say it's like just a single wall over. I can hear them fight in the adjacent room, correct?
Yeah.
Can we employ a little bit of anime logic, suspend our disbeliefs, and have Brom pull up a pitcher stance and throw the toilet paper roll so hard that it breaks through the wall and tries to aim at their Shiva's head? Just like bonk him off with a roll of toilet paper. Is that something that we would want to do?
I'll allow it.
I want to throw the roll of toilet paper so hard from the bathroom through the wall so that it kind of surprises them during their little bout. Bonks across against the doggy so he can do his business on the toilet paper instead of the newspaper.
I love how destructive you are on the school. I love it so much.
Of course, through all of this, there is another pause, and the general consensus from all your particular students, Brom, is, you know, you're gonna have to pay for that with your next paycheck, right?
Yeah. I'm used to it.
Have you considered maybe not?
I have, and I've dismissed that. Just as quick as I had that thought.
Right. Now we have a peephole into the bathroom.
I'll spend the next half hour trying to patch it up.
That's a
Thankfully,
problem
there's
for
multiple
future
bathrooms in the dorm.
Inside the hole.
I probably should have said this, but like, you know, there's the regular bathroom down here on the ground floor. There's, of course, the showers for the male students and the female students. There is, of course, bathrooms on each floor. You know, this dorm caters to up to just over a dozen people, so it's got a couple of bathrooms.
Why don't they just make this dorm out of stone if he's gonna bust it up every 2 seconds?
That's what I'm saying.
Way easier that way.
Yeah, just make it out of stone.
Might as well just make out of Lego. You know, so you can just piece it back together.
I tried to get them to accommodate for me, make this out of pure stone, and they said no, Rob. It is not aesthetically pleasing.
It's less
Okay,
about it being
I said.
aesthetically pleasing and more about the potential danger of you. Calliope
Well-
just says as she just plainly walks by without even looking and just commentates.
One day they'll accommodate my requests, and I'm just trying to make that day come a little sooner.
With how often you damage the
The more you
school,
break
you would
it.
cause a rock slide with the building.
Well, enough about that. How about it? Are you able to do your business on toilet paper? Is that gonna suit you just fine?
The dog starts barking again. I will send the translation to our resident speaks everything translator.
You think Fia would know too, because she's pretty much puppy.
Excuse. I listen. Fia's not here right now. I'm Serena. I don't know what you're talking about.
Does Serena speak
It's
bird?
not here. Please leave a message after the beep.
Is that racist? Does Serena speak bird?
I mean, that's a good question, actually. I don't
I'm just
speak bird.
picturing Serena sitting at like a dinner table with her family that all like look like have like the wings of like her. They have like spaghetti and stuff on the plate. They just start slamming their faces into the table like a bird to eat it.
That's just how we do it culturally. All right.
Please leave a message
How
after
was
the
work,
clicker.
honey? Oh, you know.
Please leave a message after the clicker.
God damn it.
Wild.
So-
I'm just gonna fucking turn to our teacher and be like, he can't flush the toilet.
Okay.
It
That's
makes
fine.
him scared.
Just- It's like, okay. That's okay. How about we work on this, huh? You get your own place, and you can have all the toilet paper you need. And you don't steal newspapers from other people, okay? You don't steal toast from other people. How about when you need something, you just ask. And I know there are
I
some.
just turn to look at him like, how the fuck are you gonna ask? I'm gonna wake up that early.
Ill-advised. He can't only just use a sword. He is a mage as well.
Okay.
Bell sword.
How about you work your magic, so to speak?
I feel like the school should have
Maybe you could
accommodated
learn
for
a
this.
couple handy spells. And I'll put in a good word for you towards the principal. See if I can get some special accommodations.
Hachi casts Mage Paw. Oh no.
I
Yeah,
love it.
exactly.
So that's how your second day starts off, with quite another crazy interaction among each other. You
Yes, quite.
oh, sorry, you first.
Oh, I said quite.
For the second day, you got time to interact with each other or some of the other students in the class before the third day, and you start heading out. What are you guys doing on this second day? Hi,
Do
Buttercup.
we have? So you said the school has like computer-like stuff. Are there movies, or are there anything like that? I'm curious.
Yeah,
The
look into
advanced
that, and
technology.
maybe some
I would
clubs.
say
seen shit that you can
maybe.
buy.
I don't want to force you to spend a fabula point on this.
You know what? I will force a fabula point on this one. And I would say that there are animated illusions, little pamphlets that, depending on the magic, can last for more or less long. And you can see special little programs on those animated pages that are animated using illusion magic. The
Very cool.
more skilled the mage, the more detailed they are. So there's grown to be quite a community to it, with different art styles. So some are more or less pixelated. Some are more or less detailed, vibrant with color, black and white. There's quite a few ways that you can handle this magic.
I will. You know what? Yeah.
Full-blown movies, perhaps split in between like an entire book. Maybe think of an animated picture book.
Huh. Yeah. That's a great use of a fabula point.
Absolutely. I'd love to go to the library, I guess, and I don't know, maybe invite some of my new friends to go watch them with me.
Hi, magical bottom blah high lover. Welcome on in. What a name.
She's a sweetie.
Welcome on
I was gonna
in.
say,
Wait, what? There's movies? I could have actually been using my voice acting this whole time since I got to this world?
I mean, I assume not. You just said you can't cast spells.
No, I can't.
So
Oh,
the
maybe I'm
illusion.
not. Pat him on the back.
the illusion magic I describe is for moving pictures. I've not been specific about the sound part of it, so maybe that could be a thing. Maybe that's out of reach for now. Who knows?
I
Silent
imagine
movies.
like the talkies of like the 20s or whatever, where like there's just like tick 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 tick. They pop up a random slide. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you could work on that.
Imagine the more complicated subjects are separated into volumes, and there's always one volume missing for the really obscure subjects. Oh fuck that, fuck.
And that could be something Max works on.
Yeah.
Yep. Voice acting stuff for the up and coming movie industry.
I mean, yeah, you can make a change in this world.
Long-term goals.
So
But yeah, that's mostly what I'll do.
you're gonna do that. Lux, Max, what are you gonna do with today?
You know what? Sounds cool.
Oh, good night, Jade.
Mine +1, Serena?
If you'd like to join me.
Yeah. This is something that tickles my fancy.
I thought about it the other day when we were talking about memories and stuff. These aren't exactly like my memories were, but they're kind of similar.
Yeah.
So, Lux, would you like to go with them, or would you like to interact with one of the other students in your class?
I think I'm just gonna go with them for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Movie night.
I
And
will
how this
eventually
all
get
works.
you to interact with all the GMPCs. Oh, don't you worry about that.
No,
Don't-
I don't want to.
We can invite a
I get the dog.
GMPC.
That's it. I care about the dog.
I mean, I was gonna maybe invite Auric too, but I don't know.
No, I'll spit
Maybe
on him.
interested in him. He might like that.
Auric has been missing today. He has gone off to the postal area.
Postal area?
Yes.
Huh.
If you recall, when you were looking at everybody's rooms and all that, Auric's room in particular had a stack of letters. Not an organized stack, mind you, but
Yeah.
like a stack of discarded return to sender letters.
You remember this. Interesting. Well, I did commit to this, but if he says no, I can't, or I just can't find him, then that works too.
You're not able to find it, but when you go to the library, you do find someone from your class. You find Calliope, who is trying
Hey.
to immerse herself in a book about like psychology and emotions and all that.
That sounds like some nerd shit. You want to watch a movie with us?
I was gonna say she's currently being she's currently so immersed in it she doesn't notice at first, but when you speak up to her, she looks up and she gives like a soft head tilt, like the joints and the doll joints in her body kind of creaking with it as she's trying to understand what you mean.
Oh, yeah, that's not what they call it here. Like these moving image things, we're gonna look at some of those. For some
Oh.
stories.
I can. I will join you.
Yeah. We, are you an otherworlder?
She pauses for a moment and just plainly shakes her head.
That's a no, right?
That-
Shakes her head no.
Yeah, she shakes her head no.
Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, well, the reason we wanted to bring this up is we all had something kind of similar to these from where we're from. So they're particularly interesting to us for that reason.
She puts her book to the side, she gets up, and she follows you to watch the moving pictures together.
Heck yeah. We'll have Max do all the voices for us. We don't know what they're saying, but Max can make it up.
Max knows what the pictures are saying?
He's just filling in the blanks.
To her, she's already like leaned over and is like kind of staring at Max, trying to understand if his power lets him perceive things that cannot be perceived normally. Oh yeah, I got kicked from my own game for a moment. Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks, Foundry.
Oh,
I don't know. Are there subtitles?
I would say depending on the artist, yeah, there would be subtitles depending on what they want to do. Like if people want to push the medium a little bit. Oh, also we have an ad break coming in 1 minute. Remember, the best way to avoid ad breaks is with an Amazon Prime subscription or by subscribing to the channel for $6 or more. It's the best way to experience everything on the channel, not get ads, get some cool sub badges and emotes. It also helps support the channel grow and mostly Derpaige right now.
Heck yeah!
So, yeah, you guys can watch some pictures together.
Max will do some of the various voices from gruff and tough characters.
Voice cracking nerds and
just other characters all around.
Lovely.
So while you do this, Calliope is absolutely enamored with you doing this. Like, her usual expressionless, emotionless demeanor kind of like is crumbled as she just kind of keeps looking over at you whenever you do voices, as if those are the voices that should match, at least in her mind, because this is like new to her entirely. And
Max
as
will give us a smile.
you first.
Max will give a smile.
Calliope's looking at you as if
I
she's
don't
trying to
for
understand
once.
if that's your unique power.
Ah. No, I was doing this sort of thing before I came here. It's just training. Just train your voice to do different things. To be a blacksmith 1 minute.
or a tiny little goblin the next.
It looks like she's trying to understand what that means, but she can't quite grasp it.
Well, back where I'm from, I actually acted as various characters, and people would animate these characters just like in that book, and I would lend my voice out to them. I was a voice actor.
She looks over at Serena and Lux, as if trying to look at them for hopes that they will explain.
Well, I don't remember anything, really. I know that, they... I mean, I know what acting is. I'm assuming it's basically like that, just with, your
It's
voice.
just with my voice, because my body never actually showed up on the screen. So you would just hear the audio in sync with the pictures.
They had that kind of technology in your world?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I miss it.
Yeah, the technology was pretty something. They were even getting into motion capture and such.
Despite how expressionless and emotionless Calliope normally is, you see the sparkle in her eye. You see sparkle of intrigue and adoration.
odd, but it's like, I could almost swear you're smiling.
In response to that, she just kind of puts her hands up to her face to try and feel as if she wasn't even aware of it.
Yeah, it's something I miss from my past life. Coming here is... it's like, that was how I made my money.
I gotta kill people.
Yeah, coming here is like, I didn't really have
You worked as an
any remarkable
assassin?
skills otherwise.
Calliope's like been
Oh, word.
taking notes in her book after in response to Gavin, or in response to Max. But she looks up when you mentioned that you killed people in your past life.
Oh no, not our past life. I mean, like now, as adventurers, we just gotta kill people for money. It's like it's a big like gap between like, oh yeah, cool, I was a fucking barista at a Starbucks, and now look at me.
Well, if anything, I actually lost some body mass when I came to this world. Not that I was really big or buff before, but
I was gonna
definitely
say,
shaved off quite a few years.
you weren't always this scrawny.
No. I mean, being younger is cool and all, but now I got white hair. The second I get a wrinkle, I'm gonna look like an old man.
Oh, you got younger. Was that? Wait, how old were you? And then how old are you now?
I mean, before I came here, I was 33. Now I
And
mean,
why
I can
the fuck
only...
am I the only person who's not old?
And then when I came here, it's like I was...
For the record, okay.
I
We'll
was
get to you,
actually
Grandma, don't
placed in the
worry.
body of the anime protagonist
Good night, Dolly.
I was voice acting. And, well, I can't remember all the notes from the character, but I do know that character was in his early teens, as like most anime protagonists are, so I suspect probably 15 or 16 years old. And now I've been here a couple years, so I guess I'm either almost or technically an adult, almost 18.
Ugh, you're all old.
Otherworlders are interesting.
Oh, the interesting part is having lived a completely different life. We bring so much different experiences to the table. Hopefully we could use a lot of that for good. I mean, other people have come here, and maybe that's where some of this new technology comes from. Like, maybe some of these moving pictures are from people who were animators or something before.
That's quite an interesting concept, Gavin. We'll have to save that for later because the sun's starting to set and you have to head back to your dorm for the night. And you know,
Man,
it's
dating otherworld is gonna be weird. Does an age gap still work out? Is it like a power imbalance type shit? How does this work?
You don't
Like you were
want
87 and then it lived 87 years and died, came back. You're 26 now. Is that you have like 100 years on me? How does that work?
if you don't want to know the answer, you shouldn't ask the question. That's all I'm gonna say.
I am cursed by having thoughts and knowledge, and I do not want to have it anymore.
You're the one that brought it up. So as you head back to the dorm, the night goes on as normal. You know, everybody takes care of themselves. Everybody goes to their rooms. The night's nice and simple. Anything you want to do here at nighttime? So I'm gonna do something here.
Okay. gonna do?
Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary happens.
You want to try and kill us?
Don't worry about it.
Don't
there's
worry
no-
about
Got
it.
assassinated.
No toast wars going on.
You only have to worry about it if
Famous
everyone was
last
6 or
words.
higher. Don't worry.
I mean, it's like nighttime. It'd be like the Hot Pocket Wars.
Oh.
Of
Well,
course. Yes.
I'm gonna be meditating in my Zen garden.
Okay, he actually uses it.
Yes, it's a lot of work.
I thought it was a bit.
Oh, you guys have been in the Hyrule region this whole time. Oops. Listen, I might be dumb. I might be stupid.
That's whatever.
As the night is going on, time for food and all that. You do get the smell of food being cooked.
I'm just waiting to go downstairs one day and see Hachiochi with a fucking chef's hat on, doing some ratatouille bullshit.
Absolutely is.
Maybe in the future, but not right now. You do come down to see two other students who look like they could be twins. I'll leave that for now. They look like they could be twins. The only thing that really differentiates them is they of course are Devilkin themselves. What really stands out about them is the fact that one's tail is black with pink rings, the other is black with green rings. And they're just in the process of cooking up a nice meal for everybody. With some of the supplies that Auric bought.
Max looks around for any trouble. It's quiet. Too quiet. What's wrong?
I mean, I can always start a food fight unless you want.
Probably should, yeah.
Of course, at the mention of anything going wrong during their cooking, you do get this sudden... You get the JoJo menacing text. Max. You get the JoJo menacing text from the both of them.
The slow turn around over the shoulder.
Menacing, 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 menacing.
Lick, 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 lick,
Ah.
lick, lick.
Okay,
There's a
I'm
lick.
just
I
going
heard
to go
click.
over.
Stop being so
Here.
clicker build.
let me think of names for these two while you guys converse amongst yourselves and like figure out what all is being cooked. I'll let you guys decide what's being cooked.
They're
Hopefully it's another full ass rotisserie chicken.
Oh yeah, please, please.
they're looking menacing because they're having one of those mental battles. You know, when you meditate and you're having the entire fight in your head to train.
Discombobulate.
That's not a concept taken from
Discombobulate.
anywhere, by the way. Don't look it up. But they're currently trying to do that, so that's why they're looking so menacing. Yeah, do I have
Making
it right?
invisible food.
Or they could have a cook-off, a mental cook-off to learn how to cook and train. They're all doing it. They're projecting it in their brains. Only occasionally you hear "aha" or "damn it," and you see absolutely nothing. You're like, "What the hell is going on?"
This is weird. I'm just glad that when I came here, I was like, man, I'm strange and weird. And then I came here and I'm like, damn, these fuckers are strange and weird. All in all, I'd say I'm pretty tame.
Says the person who could probably change their arm into like a socket wrench.
I could eat you, but like,
Can you do that?
is
As a
that person a doll? That's a fucking dog.
Why are we on this? Why are we on this topic of eating people? Why does it always devolve into vor? What?
Everything
I'm
comes
just
back
saying,
to
I'm
vor
not
in
the
end.
weirdest person here. I'm happy.
Lisa, I have some vor.
Oh no.
No.
Jazz music stops. In response to this, in response to Lux making a comment of like, "That's a dog, that's a doll. I'm not the weirdest one here." You did transform into somewhat of a monster and scare some of the students, some of our fellow students, to the point that they won't interact with us.
Yeah, they weren't in our class anyways.
I mean, yeah, but at the same, I feel like that's like a on them type of thing, because like they're adventurers. You're scared of me, bro. How are you gonna fucking go out there and do anything? You know, like I feel like that's a litmus test. To see
It's
if you're
normal to
really,
fight
like,
monsters.
worth
It's not
being
normal
here.
to see a person turn into a monster.
Hey, now.
So like y'all gotta get out more.
How many people do you know that turn into monsters regularly?
At least one.
Yes, you, the only one.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Now let's not go over there and call each other monsters, okay? That's not how we're behaving.
No, I am a monster. I completely agree. Yeah.
I just imagine
That's
Auric
like-
is having like a Miles. I imagine
monster
Auric.
derogatory.
Oh my god. I imagine Auric is like having a Miles Edgeworth kind of breakdown to Lux, just plainly Phoenix writing him.
Yeah. I'm rubbing the back of my head like, I don't know how I'm getting to this point, but I'm gonna get there anyways.
And then we just cut over to Auric, who's just slamming his fist on the desk, and he just looks like he's stressed out. Ugh.
Yeah, just
No,
look at our
yeah,
class. They
same.
all act like monsters.
Like, the real monster is man. And I'm a woman, so.
And Hachi barks in unison to that. Can we
I
just
love this dog, dude.
get through one day without a fight?
I'm not fighting. I feel like you're coming at me with hostility, and I'm just trying to explain myself as a person.
I didn't start a fight!
Yeah.
Now, in the adventure life, you fight all the time, even when you least suspect it. I think it's quite healthy to be able to handle the unexpected.
Yeah, this is a mental ambush.
Yeah, I'm just gonna learn to expect it in this world.
Cordelia is just already eating Calliope's serving herself. Hi, Sir Nobody.
I'm so watch Calliope. I'm like, how does she eat?
Oh, she eats very neatly. If you're talking about how she processes food, that is a question for
Yeah, I'm trying to piece that together. I'm like, is there like rocks in there, like a bird, or is it just disappear? Fuck it, go.
It looks like
Do
she
I
eats
have rocks
food
in my
normally.
tummy?
I was literally about to ask. You have rocks in you? Yeah, is there rocks in you?
Do I have rocks in my tummy? I might have rocks in my tummy.
I hope you don't have rocks in your tummy.
That's how some
I think I
birds
have some.
digest things.
I would hope you don't. But well, it would make sense. I would also hope not, because you are also like part human.
Can you pull me by my tummy?
I just imagine it's like, you know that scene from the X-Men movies where Magneto pulls the iron out of someone's body, if just in case for an emergency situation, there's no rocks, so Thor can just kind of like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Brom can just like fucking yoink me if I got rocks in my tummy.
Yeah. So you want me to try yoink you to prove a point?
Yeah,
Pet-
not
yeah,
too rough. Not too rough. I got bird bones, so.
You got bird bones.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. I'll allow it. However, you gotta make a roll to see if this is actually something that happens.
If I got rocks in my stomach? Alright. My biology has been adjusted. What kind
Fia.
of roll would you like?
Roll me a might willpower.
Oh yeah, I got this
D-
for
D-
sure.
Difficulty level 16.
Alright, might, willpower. I gotta like max roll on this shit.
There are no rocks in your tummy.
Alright, no
Oh, damn.
rocks in the tummy. Damn. Alright. I got that human tummy.
At least we know
So-
now.
Bird,
We do know now, yeah.
Birds have air sacs, right? So they can float. They're like a little lighter. They got air sacs.
I did not know that.
So, what about calling them air bladders and then saying you have air bladder stones? I'm so sorry to say that. You've got air bladder
Cool.
stones.
Drink too many energy drinks.
You have to pass it. Have to
I'm gonna
prove
piss
that,
rocks.
it's gonna be painful. I'm sorry. You got air
Oh.
bladder stones.
My lord.
I hate it.
I hate it here, and I'm the one that owns the channel.
Yeah, you came to us. And you're like, please.
I love how today's session has devolved into, hey, can I telekinetically control one of my students because she may or may not eat pebbles?
It helps with digestion.
Well, I wasn't really gonna do it.
You know what also helps with digestion? Having stomach acid!
Or chewing your food.
Chewing takes too long.
Yeah, just swallow it whole.
Yeah, you
I
have to
think
go
you're drawing a snake. It's that easy.
nom, nom.
Fuck. Anyway. The night continues on. Nothing out of the ordinary happens. The twin demonkin, or I will say, their names are one is going to be named Meredy, and the other is going to be Rubia, and their last name is Luxuria. I'll take notes and like send them to you later. That just leaves one more student I have to name. I'm doing great today.
Fantastic.
The next day starts up. It is the time to head out. And of course the music. I don't know.
The music is on
You
point.
time it so well every time, Paige.
Yeah.
The day starts off with another fight. The day starts off with another
I don't
fight.
need an alarm clock here. It just does it for me.
Okay. Who is fighting? What's being tossed around?
The fight is not in the kitchen this time. It is on the second floor, where the showers are. And
Let's go investigate the showers this time.
Rubia and Meredy, are kind of peeking out from the shower room, talking about how there's very much likely a ghost. There's someone either like lurking around in the dorm or a ghost.
Ghost?
Spooky. Can I commune with ghosts? I do have kind of a general sense of life and death.
Yeah, you freely can communicate with spirits in the area. However, there are no spirits in the area.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll tell them that then. I'll be like, yeah, I can talk to ghosts. There's none here.
No,
Y'all are crazy.
They're convinced that there is definitely someone or something.
Yeah, maybe they're just not a talkative ghost. Come out, bitch, ghost!
I really can tell.
Come out, bitch, ghost!
They might have meant me.
Ah! How long have you been here? Finn?
Why are you creeping in the showers?
Finn is not in the showers. He's in the hallway. He was just walking by as they were walking out.
I have a weird feeling of deja vu.
Hey, are you one of my students?
I'm on your registry, sir.
Of course you are. You
Finn Vizier Ball.
right. Finn. Yes. Finn, you're one of my students. What are you doing up here? You on the way for a shower? You look looking prepared for such an ordeal.
I was going to get breakfast, and then people started making a big deal about me being around.
Hmm. I don't know why they would do that. I'll go tell them off now. You go get yourself some breakfast, son.
Teach, who are you talking to?
He's already walking away, and he's just kind of fading out of vision again.
Oh no.
God damn
The
it!
false Hydra leaves again.
I already have an entire plot line thought about. You guys decided to manifest this tulpa. I've already thought of a full ass plot line for him.
I'm so ready for the false Hydra plot line. Let's go.
You brought this into existence. Ooh. I'm gonna
And
get
now
you.
that he's gone, Max kind of smiles and starts throwing his voice.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hey, Gavin. What's your magic resist?
My
What's your
magic defense is 12.
Okay, you are hit for 1 fire damage as a little like fireball is sent by Rubia to hit you.
Ah! Okay,
You
chill,
just have the
chill.
twins death glaring at you as they like slink back into the shower to get changed. Like they've just been peeking their heads out around the corner. And of course, in response to you trying to scare her, she just sends you with a quick little firebolt.
I mean, to be fair, your hair is already white. You could have seen a ghost.
I love how I have to think of a silly little scene every time that music pops up now, and it's been so perfectly fucking timed.
Every time, yeah.
I'm not planning this.
It's fantastic.
So, the day carries on as normal. And one of the things that happens is everybody in your class is heading towards the carriages. While all the other classes are like having their own little normal things happen to them, you in particular are coming over to these carriages here. And you're going to be getting inside one of them. One of the carriages over here, in case you didn't see it.
Very elegant.
So these carriages can be drawn by horse if they are out of power, but they are also self-propelling. So it's always advised like to have a horse or two come along with, but they are very much self-propelling horses, or not self-propelling horses, self-propelling carriages. They are quite large. They're larger than normal. Yours in particular have been modified from the standard like passenger carriage to have the ability to store all of your equipment if you need.
Okay.
You swear you keep hearing a click. I am fiddling with my desk key because my desk has its own little cabinet drawers with its own little key to lock it up, and I fidget with it like a little stim toy to keep me focused.
Paige is secretly working to keep clicker training for you.
I am not trying to clicker train Fia.
I'm getting clicker trade. Oh no.
I thought you already
dare.
was clicker trained.
Listen.
You can always reinforce it.
You gotta keep it going, otherwise it'll like wear off.
Oh my god. So let's show off the carriage, shall we? As you pile into your carriage.
Yo!
Oh, it looks so cool!
Doesn't it?
Who's driving
looks
this?
Awesome.
You guys can take turns driving it, but Baran will be the one in charge of driving to start.
Okay. I'm a great driver, don't worry at all, guys.
As you see,
Yeah,
this
you already know where all the rocks are.
this carriage has some
Yeah.
wonderful cushioned seats. It has its own little compartment that you can open up and chat with the driver. It, of course, has its own built-in piping for some reason.
We're gonna start token?
And it also has a little compartment up top. What are you guys gonna do as you come into this carriage?
I'm just gonna throw
Easiest thing to
myself
do is
on
probably
one
to
of
take a
the seats.
seat.
Yeah, I'm
But-
just gonna fucking toss myself back.
Sorry,
and be like,
everybody's
"Yeah,
talking at
boy,
once. One at
ow."
a time.
Now nobody's talking at once. Look
Yep.
at what you've done.
Look at what you've done.
Nah. I'm
I
Zoe.
think the easiest thing would be to sit down, but why do we have to do it easy?
Yeah, you could bring your combat equipment and store it in the back. You can also check out and explore the carriage. You know, and this is a wonderful wonderful carriage made just for you guys.
Yeah. They
That
got
is
drinks.
snack bar?
They got a bar. Yeah, I was gonna ask.
No, they don't. However, when someone eventually checks the sailing compartment, down comes what looks to be like one of those kind of like ladder staircases that leads up to the attic.
This thing has a fucking attic?
And this thing is much bigger on the inside than it looks on the outside through means of magic.
It's a Tratus.
It is its
It's a
own little.
Tratus.
It's a Tratus. It's its own little built. It has its own little built-in camper where you guys have your own little rooms up there. They're not, as big as your rooms in the dorm, but they're big enough that hey, you can camp out in this thing without having to camp out in nature.
My face on the carriage is bigger than my first apartment.
So as you all pile into the carriage, what are y'all doing? What kind of equipment have you brought with you?
I brought my
I
gun.
have no equipment because I have no money.
You don't even have armor?
I'm wearing clothes.
Huh. Looks like we're gonna have to get you some stuff eventually then, huh?
I've
That
got-
is our armor. Is clothes.
I'll be fiddling with my skull. Just kind of, I haven't really played with it too much. So I'll be kind of just flipping it back and forth between its light and its dark mode, which kind of just has the skull glow and kind of almost give like a strobe effect as it goes between being a black skull and a white skull, just kind of like flashing back and forth between the two of them.
This will make an excellent party bus.
I
got my RGB gamer skull.
I hate. So, Brom, what are you doing?
Well, I'm currently driving, so of course what I'm doing is I'm drinking.
Perfect. Yeah.
What?
I'm
really
holding
checked
the
this
lead.
over
I'm
door
holding the
driving.
reins with one hand, and I'm kind of holding a mug with the other. I'm kind of just driving as I'm passing by, and actually, what it looks like for me is basically like a game of Frogger. Like that's my driving mini game that's going on. There's a ton of rocks blocking the road,
Please do not
and
drink
I
and
just
drive.
have to go through it in the right way.
Hey, complete aside from the campaign, please do not drink and drive.
It's quite a perilous activity. Hence, I'm driving to give me courage through it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think Paige is dying.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're fine. You're back.
Oh no, there's a network error. No.
Oh no, they're not back. Oh.
Uh.
Okay.
YouTube, we will be right back. There we go. Okay. We're back. Everyone's back, right?
Yeah, baby, I'm ready.
New brain, who this?
So, YouTube, oddly enough, everything kind of just crashed. And we have no clue why.
We're so back though.
As we learned that Brom is drinking something as he's driving the carriage, taking it out of the city.
Rom crashed the stream. Rom was drinking, crashed the stream.
Yeah, I can't believe Brom would do that. Dick move,
Yeah.
man.
This is why you don't drink and drive.
This is why you don't do it, folks.
Yeah, don't drink and drive. You crash streams.
You crash carriages, you crash streams.
So, the day goes on, nice and simple. What are you guys doing while the carriage is leaving the city? Because you have.
So I was.
You have time to treat this as a camping activity. You could do.
Remind us how to. What to do during this.
Yes, I will explain in just a moment. Natural Fantasy Atlas. So, camping activities.
Tutorial prompt activate.
You could do Camp Forge. You could do cartography. You could do a combat lesson. You could do a daydream. You can double portion. You can exploration, gathering magic lesson, martial practice, massage, midnight oil, pep talk, planning, sleep soundly.
So we can massage each other?
I'd
yeah,
like the teacher to massage the student, please. That would be appropriate, probably.
or the last thing you can do
right
is
after
training.
he drinks and drives.
Anime.
So each camp activity has its own little benefit for your next combat encounter, and so long as you keep track of these.
I posted them inside of the player chat OC.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Phoebe.
you.
You only ever
Quickly
know
trying to
2
get
of
him.
them, I think.
Hold on.
Yeah, let me see. Many camp activities provide a benefit to use. Hold on. If you use this optional, hi Mark. If you use this optional rule, each player character gains access to 2 different camp activities chosen during character creation from the list of following pages. So you could choose 2 of these camp activities to know for the whole campaign.
So
Hi, Magical Bottom
we
Line,
as,
I love her.
Yeah, so we, so each of us can do one, but for what we individually know,
Yes.
we can only know 2 for the entire campaign. Is that
Yes,
correct?
you can only know 2 of these activities, and you can only do 1 per camp. And while that crash did hurt the audience a little bit, I'm happy to have everybody back.
So, what does massaging do?
Also,
one
Tristana,
of my favorite
thank you for
ones.
33 months.
You massage one of your homies. It has to be an ally. You can't massage yourself. And then they can decide to choose to have the cost of one of their mind points they have to use. So if Thea has to do a big fuck off spell that uses 50 mind points, she can instead do 25.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay, honestly, you probably should massage me. I'm not gonna lie. It's
The 2 ones
listen.
I took
You don't
massage
understand.
in combat lesson.
You statistically need to do it. It's only good for the numbers. Okay, I need you to massage me. Don't know. It's too not enough time to explain. You have to oil me up.
No, I don't know about that.
I will because I took massage in combat lessons so I could help out both the spellcasters and also the martial homies.
Oh, hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah,
So
baby.
Phoebe
Already
has
stacked- I'm already
massage.
stacked up myself.
Phoebe has massage and combat lesson. Fia, what two would you like to take?
Yeah, I was looking at them. I think combat lesson is good, but it's on 1 ally. And I don't know if anyone else casts offensive. So yeah, it's not on myself. Talk to some other people. Let me keep looking over them.
Gavin, what would you like your 2 camping activities to be?
Where are these activities found?
Phoebe has put them in the player chatter OC.
Oh. Do-do-bo. Scrolling.
I have a question.
Yes.
It says martial practice. When you perform an attack, are my spells considered attacks, or
No.
is that more of a Yeah, okay, I didn't think so.
Your spells are considered part of the spell action. Attacks are the basic attack. Unless one of your skills talks about making an attack.
Okay, I'll probably do double portion, because if a target is about to recover HP, they can double the amount of HP recovered. That just makes my suck ability
hi, Mark.
even better. I'll
Yo.
definitely do that.
Hi, Leviathan. Hopefully this doesn't happen tomorrow, because I'm going to be doing art with Churs, Strongafin, Ruby, and hopefully Skyheart.
Ooh.
Going to be doing some style practice. So you were...
Go ahead.
You were thinking double portion and what else, Fia?
Sleep soundly to perform an additional action on your turn during a conflict scene. Literally just lets me do two things, right?
Yeah.
You may
It's
perform
like
an...
if you got the haste spell put on you.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
sounds pretty good.
kind of crazy. However, this action must be used to perform the equipment, hinder, or inventory action. Hinder is also really
Oh,
great
right.
because it lets you apply a free status effect.
Yeah, Hinder's not bad.
Aside
Being
from
able to
enrage
use
and poison.
Hinder. Yeah, so I can once apply an additional, like, thing. That's pretty good.
I don't think anybody here has any projects they want to work on.
I don't think anyone's an
think so.
inventor.
Wouldn't mind, crafting some stuff.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I was
Camp
thinking
Forge
about
does
doing
look really
Camp
good.
Forge. Unless you're planning to take it.
I was planning on being kind of a techie guy anyway, so I was interested in making some things.
if you were going to go down the Tinkerer route, you could also take Midnight Oil for when you want to work on projects.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge.
So Camp Forge and Midnight Oil for you, Gavin?
I believe so.
Because Tinkerer is kind of busted when you work on projects, considering they're very, very open-ended. Where it's like, hey, you know what? Fuck it. I want to make a jet-powered airship. Okay, it's gonna cost this much. So basically, I can start making this over a week. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna make a super-powered jet engine over a week.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, I'll take a double portion and the sleep soundly.
White teriyaki, thank you
And
for follow.
I'll do double portion on Max, so Max you get nice and full from all the tasty treats you get.
Before we continue this, Brahm, what are you taking?
Well, I am thinking of doing pep talk. So that's gonna be on Max, or yeah, when it says it's about to recover hit points. Does it mean like the targets themselves recovers M points, or is about to make other people recover MP?
So for example, if you gave a pep talk to Lux and Lux wanted to restore her mind points, she could choose to double that. Or she could, choose not to. It's a case of, hey, do I want to spend some inventory points and like restore all my MP? Or would I like to wait for someone else to restore my MP and then double that?
Okay. I'll do pep talk on Serena, and I am going to do. You know what? I'm gonna do cartography, just because I want to keep the group on track. So whenever we make a travel roll, we can re-roll the die, keep the new results. I feel like as a teacher, it is my responsibility to guide my students.
You were taking pep talk and what?
Well, so I'm taking cartography first and foremost because I want to guide my students.
That is a really, really good choice.
And I believe in that line of thinking, I'm going to do exploration.
Those are two really, really good choices.
Exploration, because I know that I'm personally planning on using inventory points as part of the pilot class. So I believe it might be useful for me out in the field to be able to regain some uses for that.
Very smart, very smart. So yeah, we'll start this first camp activity as the day wanes. Hi, Bob. As the day wanes on, and y'all can do some cool stuff as I show you this.
Great mode.
Lori cooked with this shit.
So good.
Let's go.
I'm definitely gonna be asking Lori for like more like specific scenes, or like more specified generic scenes. To be precise, like, hey, we need Buttercup. I just looked over and she's napping on my freshly laundered new pajama pants that I got.
Yeah, that tracks.
Isn't Lori the one who? Sorry.
They just came out of the dryer, and so of course she's gonna steal all the warmth.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, what was that, Gavin?
Isn't Lori the one who also did a lot of the art for the official Ultima rulebook?
No.
No?
Lori is the one that did the carriage, the classroom, and the gym art for us, and gonna be doing some more
okay.
art once we get some
I
more
was
funding.
mistaken then.
God, if I could...
Mistaken.
I will be hitting Lori up and asking like for some specific stuff, and then I'll get back to you all about like what the pricing will be. Because
I think I know what camp activity I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm going to be making a magic shield.
Okay, so let's see what this does. You repair a damaged item you own, or you create a single basic weapon, armor, or shield of your choice from the core rulebook without paying its cost in Zenit. Huh. Or you could destroy something to gain materials, which could be, we could do something later, like for selling stuff. Wow, jeez. Okay, yeah, sure. What kind of shield are you making, Gavin?
I was thinking magic shield.
Uh,
It's one of the martial armors.
Can you equip it?
I can equip it. I am trained in its use.
Oh,
Okay.
let's go.
Let me see where the shield is. I'm going through the core book right now.
Was it called Magic Shield?
I believe it's just called magic shield, yeah.
There are two shields in the core book. The bronze shield, or the runic shield.
Runic.
Runic provides a +2 to defense and +2 to magic defense.
Yep.
Yeah,
That is the one.
You get a free runic shield.
Yep.
That's awesome.
There it is.
Okay.
Do I just make that in a day? I don't have to roll or anything for that?
No. Judging by this, no. You just make it.
Okay. Free
Go.
150 Zenny shield.
I want you to look at my face on screen to look at how I love this system. I love this system because it wants the players to have fun, and it wants the players to like get strong, and it also wants the players to just be silly with it. I love this system for so many reasons.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Like, seriously, the fact that we have a necromancer medic, a shape-shifting frontliner who wants to... I believe Phoebe wants to be in Crisis. Or no.
Wants to be hit hard.
We have a bard who is going to eventually become a pyromaniac with explosives or magic cannons. And we have a hyper tank who summons a fucking stand of stone.
Yes.
The cool stuff you could do in this game, people. If this doesn't sell you on Fabula Ultima, I don't know what can.
So good.
Hi, Dark Xenors. Thank you for the follow. So, Gavin makes himself a little shield. What about y'all? What are you doing?
I believe that I am doing cartography.
Okay.
I'll make everyone a couple snacks. Just a nice little bit of food, maybe some tea for them.
So because this is also technically a resting scene, there's some other stuff you can do for free if you want.
Yeah.
This carriage I will count as a free magic tent to use whenever you have access to it. A magic tent lets you restore your HP and MP to full without having to spend money at an inn.
Wonderful. Does it restore inventory points as well, or?
Usually it costs inventory points to make. In this case, it does not restore inventory points. That would have to be something you'd have to scavenge or find off of humanoid enemies or buy the inventory points back in town. I'm pretty good, thank you for asking. We had a little hiccup with stream earlier because OBS decided to be a fucking bastard!
Fucking bastard.
Safe location where they run no risk of being attacked or perhaps a consecrated temple. Yeah, so this carriage is essentially is a free safe location for you. The effects of resting, they recover all their hit points and mind points. They recover from all status effects. However, the cool thing about resting is my favorite part of this system, bonds.
So how do bonds work with resting?
Whenever the heroes rest, you may do one of the following. You may create a new bond towards someone or something you know. You may add a new emotion to an existing bond, or you may erase an emotion from a bond and replace it with another one.
Okay.
So if we have a bond, for example, I have a bond with my students, I can increase that.
Yes.
Let's go.
I'm going to make a bond with our class.
Yes.
Like, for example, Auric might currently have a bond of rivalry and inferiority to someone. Or Calliope might have a bond towards new experiences.
Oh, how do we add a new bond?
It could be a concept, a person. On your sheets, I will tell you in just a second. I'm cleaning my glasses, sorry. My
Sure.
blue hair has been brushing up against my glasses and smudging them.
You go
No.
to biography and info in your character sheet.
Thank you very
It's a little
much.
pen and paper.
I don't know if you guys saw my Blue Sky post, but the other day, I had to delay stream because I was washing out some of the excess hair dye from my salon visit, and it looked like a Smurf orgy in the tub.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I posted a picture of the towel with like all the blue stains on it, and oh my god, my palms were blue, my feet were blue. Hey, fun fact, if you're gonna get your hair dyed, maybe don't get the whole thing dyed.
Oh, fam. I need to re-dye my hair.
So, back to our resting scene, right? You guys can converse with each other. You can build your bonds. This is like a little prime opportunity to get to know each other a little bit better. Talk about your lives since you've been here on the planet. Talk about your little job. As Brahm parks the cart for now and comes on in to talk to you guys.
So, why'd you guys choose to go to the school? There's plenty that choose not to.
That is a good question. What made you choose to come to what made you choose to go to any academy, let alone Hyrant Academy?
Well, let me be the first to answer you last. Hyrant Academy, first and foremost, is a place where one can distinguish themselves. So for whatever reason, if one seeks knowledge, power, honor, distinction, Hyrant Academy is the place to be.
Answer was easy for me. Hyrant Academy was there to help people from off-world to get their foot in the door, and well, I couldn't exactly make a living with discarded socks they use as puppets for puppet show. So I accepted their offer, and I jumped in.
What about you, Les? Are you not here to polish your skills?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I was here. I'm here mostly because my family wanted me to be. I was not quite at the spot that that they want me to be. It's fine though. To be honest, they're wrong. I mean, I'm kind of I'm good as is, but I can always meet new people. I've been in the village for long enough, and if they don't want me there, then might as well see new people.
Interesting. Camera pans over to Lux.
Let's just sit there chilling, like all spread out on the fucking like the booth and she's like, oh shit. Hey. Y'all got like a lot of deep stuff going on. I just kind of showed up. Like I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of exist.
That's fair.
Well, you gotta be more than just being present. Do you have any aspirations?
I don't know. I just kind of like, I feel like that's part of it. Like, while I'm here, it's like, I don't know what to do, bro.
Hi, Varus.
No?
Like, I don't know where I would be applicable as, like, a person. I got some jank shit up in me. And I feel like, on one hand, that's too valuable for, like, a normal day-to-day job, but at the same time, it's too weird for a normal day-to-day job.
Interesting.
Well, I think you're in the right place.
Yeah, and stuff that you can do with your body. It's I think you're a little overqualified for Starbucks now.
I just want to like chill and just like cruise on by, and just let it see what happens. Like I don't really have any goals yet. I'm just kind of living.
A hydrate.
Honestly, just living is a pretty big goal for most people in the world.
Yeah.
So.
Like it's not like I was sent to this school. They asked or whatever, and I was like, yeah, chill. That sounds cool. I didn't think it'd be math and shit. Not gonna lie. I thought like it was like adventuring school for like cool people. I wouldn't have to do like actual like school work type shit because I was like, I dropped out of math because I can't do math good. So like it's kind of hard to get making that shit.
Here's a question
I'm
we'll
gonna be
posit to all of you then.
Punch guys 101.
Oh, math. Man, if my voice acting thing didn't take off, I would have been a programmer, and it's like, there's some crazy math. Try doing math in binary and hexadecimal.
If there was a locker here, I feel instinctually need to push you into one, but there's not, so I have to like an IOU
Wow.
on that real quick. But I'm sorry. It's just like it's not like I don't want to be like a mean. I don't want to say like in a mean way, but like I don't know. I
I
should
mean,
I
I've heard
have-
it like a weed, but
I have a question to ask all of you. Now, this is a question that could come up during your conversation at the night. What are your thoughts on the number of otherworlders coming to the world right now? What are your thoughts on the phenomenon in general? What are your thoughts on, like, would you want to go back? Would you want to just make the cycle stop? Would you like to understand why people are brought over to this world?
Oh, of course. I'm interested in seeing if that number rises or lowers, but to do that, one must travel the world and meet its people. We have too small a sample size here.
I'd like to figure it out. I want to be able to give people the chance to go back if they want to. I'm on the fence on if I want to go back or not. I mean, I could always go back to my career. I know I can make a good living.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want to go back.
I don't know if it's not like my main priority.
I want to say that
I'm
whatever
nobody,
you...
and now I'm somebody here, so I'm gonna like chill here.
That's right, whatever you choose. Whether you want to stay here, whether you want to go back, it's important not to lose sight of yourself and not to give in to despair.
My one thing is like, what if we find out like the cause of the whole thing, and then like have to stop it, and then we stop it, we all go back. I want to do that. Like, would we go back to like before we died, and then die again, or like just go into nothing?
That's right, there's a lot of unresolved question and baggage there.
I'm
Remember
liking.
to live in the now here. Don't give up on me, okay, guys?
I very much like Lux's mindset right here. Like that, kind of afraid to want to do something out of the thought of what if I lose everything that I had here? What if I like the life here better? But then what if
Yeah, exactly.
what if the reason behind all this stuff is even darker? Who's to say? What I will say though is, you all go to bed. Actually, you know what? Before we go to bed, let's make a roll, shall we?
Oh god.
Oh,
Let's make a travel roll.
Let's make a travel roll.
Who would like to roll the travel roll dice?
What is this, like 1d6 is on roads or planes? Question
For
mark?
this one, it'll be a 1d6.
We already have 3 people who are goblins, so it's like, you know we're all dice goblins too.
And I'll be able to get the reroll die because I did the cartography.
Mm.
Is there a
Sorry.
travel roll check or do we just roll on Foundry once?
Just roll a raw dice.
Okay.
Let's
Arlux,
see.
do you want to do us the honors?
Yeah, I don't think there is a special thing for it. I think it's just a d6. Not a 6.
And I can reroll and we can choose whatever, right? No, we need to keep the new result.
Yes.
Oh.
You don't want a 6. You don't want the lower the number, the better.
That's close to a 1 though, which could be a discovery. I'm just saying.
Let's do it. Alright.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wanted something fun to happen. Why don't you guys get to do late night combat? Piss.
I'm tired. I can't fight while groggy. I have to take at least 12 hours of sleep in betwixt fights.
12? The new day
I
comes
need a lot
in.
of sleep. You think a hot bitch like this can handle less than 8?
You know what? Understandable. It's 19 hours of sleep on a bad day? Oh my god.
I have a very fast metabolism. It makes me eepy. I'm like a gorilla. I do nothing but eat and sit around and then eat more.
That's hilarious.
So, new day starts. Who's gonna be driving this time?
I have a
I don't
confession
have
to
my
make. I never got
license.
my driver's license.
Oh, same. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're in the same boat.
I'll drive.
I bring the chat over. I'll say you're like right around the bridge area right now. So Max is gonna be driving, leaving Bram and the girls to talk amongst themselves during this little section. You guys can talk a little bit.
Do we need to like lower some steps for him to be able to get in the carriage?
I don't think he's that short, is he?
I can jump down and jump up.
I don't know, dude. I'm tall, so like I don't know how the perspective works.
Don't make high jokes.
It's not a joke. It's like I'm trying to be considerate for like once in my life.
Yeah. So right now, you guys are coming to the bridge. You can talk amongst yourselves and all that. If you so choose to, if you want to reveal a little bit about yourselves or just converse a little bit, it's all up to you. However, I will ask for another travel roll.
Whoa.
Dun dun dun.
Wait, so does cartography also apply to that? Because it says... Oh, it says once before the next quest. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel like Max should roll this because he's driving now.
Yes, Max should. Max should.
Max.
Okay. Oh, wait. How do I do that? Oh,
Just
one of my
click the little
figurines was
D6
obscuring the
icon.
screen a bit. Okay. Just one die.
Just the one.
1d6 for this
Wait, did
particular
that not
area.
roll?
No.
Click. It's effectively if you type /roll 1d6.
Oh,
it'll
there
also-
it goes. There it goes.
And you're
Ah.
safe. You're safe.
Very good.
Very average.
Very
So-
good.
Oh.
For anyone listening in, travel rolls are done based on the area that you're in. The more dangerous the area, the higher the dice. You want a lower number. If you roll a 1, that is good, actually, because that lets you get a discovery. It's essentially a crit on a travel roll. For travel rolls, if you get a 6 or higher, something dangerous happens. Usually combat, or, hey, you run off the road and go into the river. And with this 3, you're traveling across the bridge. It's nice and even riding for now. Nothing out of the ordinary is happening. Gavin, or Max, you can look up and you see all the wonderful birds up in the sky. In the carriage, you know, it's nice. It's a nice and calm ride. What are you guys talking about?
Are these windows open?
The windows can open.
Bet I'm gonna open a window behind me.
Yeah, sure. It's a nice warm
It's a little
day.
stuffy.
Let's pass the time. Let's play a little game. I like to call rock paper scissors.
Are you gonna play rock?
What? No. Who wants to play me first?
I feel like this is just gonna be The Simpsons again. Poor predictable Tharmag always picks rock. And Tharmag, good old rock, nothing beats that.
Who's gonna play me first? Are you scared to play me?
I'll play you. I'll play you.
All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Rock.
Scissors. Oh,
I
God,
won!
How did? Oh God! How did I? How did I
I
not see this
won.
coming?
knew
I'm
he was
so
gonna
good
pick
at
rock.
game.
I thought it would be a trick. I thought it would be a
You
You
got
trick.
a
psyched
lot
yourself
to learn,
out.
lass.
You got yomied. You
He-
yomied yourself.
He just double psyched you out.
God, it's harder than it looks, guys.
Hi, Bob.
It's a game of mind.
There's something about him that just makes you want to pick scissors. I swear.
Oh my god. I
now
Turn
he's
these
gonna
kids into quite
play
memorable
mind
moments.
games again. Okay, ready? You and me, Tharmog.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Try it. See how
Yeah.
easy it is.
Wait, Max, you're driving!
Okay.
I'll take the
Now
reins for a little
watch.
bit. I got
He's
you. I got you.
going to triple psych me out because I know that he knows that I know that he is expected to pick rock. But that's what he wants me to know.
And he knows that I know that he knows that I know that he is expecting me to pick rock.
Exactly.
So that's
Now
exactly
let's
what I'm gonna do.
this. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Rock. Oh no! Defeated.
I can't
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. See, gotta get in their head.
Phoebe,
Well
do
done,
you
Max.
want to try and beat your teacher in rock paper scissors?
No, I don't want to take this from him.
Kind of what I was doing.
I should let it
You're
happen.
the first one to defeat me.
It was like in canon, it's like you have only ever played rock your entire life, and you still haven't lost until now.
That's just how I roll.
You rock and roll.
Oh my god. So the day progresses as normal once again. Everything is nice and chill. Nothing out of the ordinary happens. You guys can talk a little bit about Lux, you know quite a bit about this region because you're from this region. You know, you could talk a little bit about this region. You can canonize some stuff for free, within reason.
I'm sorry. Who are you addressing?
Lux.
Now I mostly know the not great parts over your bad rent, but I know some bits over here.
Let's bring everybody over here to Tyrant region. So Lux is from the Badrant region, right around this area. A lot of small towns out that way. What would you like to tell us? What would you like to go ahead, do it up. Do it big. Phoebe?
Sorry, my mic was muted.
I thought it disconnected again for a second.
No,
Oh,
I have like a haptic touchpad thing in the back of my audio interface that mutes it, but my foot keeps smacking against it because I'm like on my desk because it's like 11.
Just scared me.
I'm sure.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I give you a big hug and smooch on the head. You're fine. However, Heavenly Potemkin Buster.
But
Do you want to make up anything about the region?
I mean, it's pretty much what you expect, really. Like most of the food there, that's not like hunted in like the woods and shit like that. It's just like field farming and or gardening type jazz. There's a lot of weird, cool, like I'm not gonna say weird and cool, but like like your atypical like there's deer and stuff in there, but like this is a weird fantasy type deer shit. So it's like weird talking foxes sometimes. You don't question it. You just eat.
I think the one thing to note is that, well, Hyrant is known for, like, being the big economic port. There's not a lot of culture to some of the towns because they mostly just do shipping out as opposed to taking in. The main culture point of the Hyrant region is Hyrant itself. So, like, most of the towns are like, oh, you just got the local cuisine. We don't got a lot of change here.
So they're exporting their own culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Most of the places around Hyrant export, ship to Hyrant. Hyrant ships out. Hyrant takes in.
So it's like a kind of classic traditional Western European region, right?
Pretty
Like
much.
they keep like 10% of their own produce, but ship out like 90% for money in dollars.
So we got your potatoes, your classic breads, your white breads, your grains, grain-based food, not very spicy.
Yep.
Maybe even a couple stone monuments on the side of the road. Who knows?
So, yeah, the day progresses without any problems as Lux regales you all with stories of like what happens in some of the towns and how some of the towns are clearly like much more set in particular ways or not. Of course, one thing to note about this region is the fact that Tribute Lake only has one natural river coming out of it. All the other rivers coming out of it are completely man-made.
Oh yeah,
not cool.
look at that. Yeah, that's very neat.
I don't know how they do that. It's kind of crazy. Imagine
They
having to be the guy who has to
usually
dig
dig
that shit.
They probably got Braum to do it. Someone like that.
Yeah, is it like, do you come from like a long line of river diggers?
I'm sorry, river diggers? I stand above all that. I dig tunnels.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that just
Well,
like
you
a
would
river
stand below
that's
it
not
then.
water?
What they do with a tunnel, it's not my business.
I can see it. I'm pretty sure a bunch of rivers go through the tunnels.
Maybe they do. They just pay me to dig. I don't ask questions. You know, when you get into that grind set and you're just hammering at the stone and you dig and you dig and you dig and you dig, you forget what for. At some point, there's just moving forward.
Huh. So, we're going to go back into the carriage for another nighttime.
Uh-huh.
You could do, this is gonna be like the second day. I'm not gonna count it as like another resting scene to avoid like bond spamming.
Sure.
What you can do is, you know what? As you're setting up for the night, I'd like you all to make an insight check as you're setting up for the evening.
Oh, my specialty.
I'm good at this.
For the difficulty level, let's say 10.
Let's freaking go.
Is there a way to easily roll this? Let's see.
Not skill. On your sheet, you're going to see roll check, group check, open check. You're going to want to click roll check and do insight.
Oh, fair DM, where do you see such checks?
Go to your
It's in the
sheet.
front of your character sheet.
Yeah, main section of your character sheet, right under your fabula points.
Ah, yes.
Roll check, set the difficulty to 10. So if I wanted to do it for you, I would do this.
Yeah, I got it.
And it would look like this.
Oh, I'm really good at this.
For your fumble. For your fumble, huh?
Oof.
It's
I
tasty.
can get a fabula point.
I know exactly what's going on. Trust me, guys, I've done this before.
Yeah, so... Lux, can you make an insight for me?
I
Well,
will do my best.
While I figure out How the fuck does Braum fail at looking at things?
Because he's too short, he can't see a lot of stuff. He can't look up.
Well,
His
this
neck
is
is
an
too thick for him to look upwards.
So, disassociating. Serena and Max, you both take notice of this. Max, you notice something's up about some of the trees around the area. You see some trees have been like pushed over as if something has been like moving through them. Like it's not unnatural to see trees chopped down on the edge of a forest. Sometimes people need a little extra wood. However, these trees have been broken. Serena, you take notice of one thing in particular, though, with your much higher check. If you were to inspect the trees, you would detect something big, like judging by the impact of what looks to be something pushing against a tree. Pushed against a tree with such a force that it impacted and cratered the bark and pushed the trees over. It's not just something knocked over the trees, it's something with great force pushed these trees out of the way. And it almost looks like it was walking either out of or into the forest.
Huh. Okay. There's a big thing in the forest, everyone. You should probably notice this.
Braum?
Orc has come out.
Braum,
Yes.
You, with your fumble, are absolutely convinced that it's a sandworm.
Holy shit!
Despite the fact that they are native to the Western continent, and sometimes in the desert of this Eastern continent.
Everyone, stop moving! There's sandworm over there. You can't move a muscle, else it'll spot ya.
Might be new here, but aren't sandworms going to be found near sand?
No talking. You're moving when you're talking. Shh, stay still.
Okay.
It'll pass by. As long as you don't talk or you don't move.
But you're still talking.
Hush! Hush!
Yeah, you are absolutely convinced a sandworm caused this, despite the fact that sandworms burrow, and it looks like something walked through the forest as opposed to burrowed under it.
That's what's been making all the rivers over there. It's probably the sandworm.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I'm gonna keep note of this fumble for later for something interesting aside from just making you faux pas.
I love it.
So when you fumble, you can do some funny things with it. One of my things that I like to do when it's like a narrative point of this is just make a player faux pas. And then for this faux pas, Braum has gaslit himself. Braum has gaslit himself into absolutely believing that that there is a sandworm in the area.
I'm trying to convince everybody of it.
You're doing a bang up job, bud.
I'm
He is the
rationalizing.
teacher, so I suppose it makes sense.
I still don't get it. And I've watched Tremors.
Phoebe, how are you responding to this?
It's like we're tired and like, oh, I've been cooped in here all day. Anything, I mean, I'll take anything. Just get up and leave. Like the car,
I love how
carriage.
Lux is just like, you know what? If I get eaten, I get eaten. Fuck it.
Listen, I've been cooped up all day. I'm gonna stretch my legs. If I just stretch the other things open, then so be it.
So, yeah. You spend the night with Braum. keeping you guys mostly awake, making sure that no one moves too much in their sleep, and that you're constantly aware of any strange rumblings. Which nothing
So
happens.
Lux is very tempted to go and transform part of her body into a giant worm just to fuck with him, but decides not to because she doesn't want to get crushed.
In this
Shot or
case,
stabbed.
oh, sorry about that. In this case, the night passes on, the day comes by. You guys are very, very tired. You are dead tired because you have been kept very lightly. You slept very lightly because of Braum last night. So who will be in charge of driving? Huh?
I think I should drive us out of there due to the sandworm.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
I know a road that'll take us around the sandworm's path.
You're gonna drive along the coastline?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay then.
Sandworms are afraid of water. This is our best bet.
As you make your way to the tribute farm, then, the thing that sticks out the most as the farm comes into view. Let's see, where is it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Is it this? Give me a moment, I'm trying to find what song I put where. Professional streamer!
Professional.
It's that one.
Can't be professional without some scuff.
No, where did I not put it in? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. What the fuck? I swear.
I'm holding my phone. What now?
There you are. I put it in resting music for some reason. As you come into view of Tribute Farm, you see the massive windmills that the town is known for, the various wheat fields and whatnot. However, something seems amiss. Many of the blades of the windmills are torn, broken. There's parts of the crop fields that look like they've been burnt to a crisp.
No.
Many of the buildings look like they've been ransacked and run through. As you start driving up the town, you're all witness to what looks like the town has been raided, almost.
Got a funny
town's-
feeling that this wasn't done by a sandworm.
The town is nice and open. It's, clearly a big farm town. Like many of the people here operate their own farmsteads. It's not exactly a giant populated area. But, no one's coming out of their houses to greet you. And as you drive up to the main townhouse, it seems everyone's gathered in there.
We should probably
We get our answers.
go
It's
ask
probably
them.
going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Just
are
travel
you
cautiously.
responding to this?
I mean, it's fucked up. Hey, is this part of the lesson?
It must be. Clearly, this is not the result of the sandworm. Let's go investigate further. Let's make sure everyone is okay.
Boy, you're still convinced of that, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, clearly the sandworm's been rampaging, but it wouldn't have done so close to the coast.
I don't think sandworms have access to fire.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's probably not the sandworm. It's
Yeah.
gotta be
Fire
something
breathing
else.
sandworm.
This is more like the work of bandits.
Yes, let's try to make sure if there's any survivors or any people needing our
Or
help.
I
maybe
hear
the
them all
bandits
in the
chained
town hall right there.
sandworm.
Yeah, as you go to the town hall, everybody's like being gathered in there, and like they have some tables turned over to act as barricades and whatnot. It looks like they've been bunkered down to hide. You know, the village elder, the person in charge of the town, is the one to greet you at the door. You know, very shakily though. He's very nervous. Doesn't want to exactly open the door all the way for you. Wants to know, why are you here? What's going on?
We're here on behalf of the university. We're trying to investigate the appearance of strange monsters. Is your village attacked by those?
And of course, there's a lot
So
of. You first.
go ahead. So you must let us help.
There's quite a lot of murmuring. There's quite a lot of murmuring from them. They say whatever it was, it came out of the forest to the south and went back in. It came out.
God damn it!
It came out at night. Ransacked the whole village. Didn't target a single person. Just targeted the village itself.
So it was a sandworm after all. Did you see it was a huge?
No. Why would a sandworm be here? No, it wasn't a sandworm.
It's probably the sandworm.
It wasn't a
It's not
sandworm.
confusing.
So where did the sandworm go? It went back to the forest. You said?
Why do you people think it was a sandworm?
I think you got a sandworm in your head.
The people look over at Max and Lux to be the voice of reason here.
Okay.
Maybe it
Well,
wasn't a sandworm.
I think he
Oh,
has
no,
some
surely it must have been.
intelligent beings that dealt with this. They do enough to not attack people. Did you have any eyewitness accounts as to what these were, their numbers?
It was just one.
Just one? How
Just
big are we
one.
talking that force everyone to hide?
It was big enough to destroy barns, break through walls of houses, topple over the big windmill. Whatever it was, we don't want anything to do with it. Now that you're here, we want you, please, just go find out what it is and deal with it.
Of course.
We can get to the real reason you're here after that thing is dealt with.
Is that not one and the same reason that we're here? Like, we were here about those monster tail.
That's all he's gonna tell you right now, because they're all clearly spooked. They shut the door on you.
Okay, well,
It's fair.
lots of soft soil. Maybe you should check for footprints.
You're silly.
I'll let you do
Sandworms
that.
don't have feet.
I'll let you do that. How are you guys gonna check for tracks, and like how are you gonna investigate?
Well, it looks
we
like
saw
there's this
those,
one field that's hollow.
I'm sorry, two people were talking at once. What was that?
You can go first, Max.
Okay, well, it looks like one field at least is left follow. If it had gone through that, it should be easy enough to spot. There's no props I have to wade through.
Okay.
Yes, I agree. We should look in the direction of all the broken trees there.
Yeah, and yeah, that field kind of is on the south of the farm.
What about you, Fia? What are you doing?
Oh, I mean, we saw some very clearly broken up, like, trees and stuff. So, you know, it's got to have like a very clear destructive path. That shouldn't be too hard to follow if it's big and lumbering.
Okay, okay.
So, that was
Well, in
what I was
agreement, we chased the sandworm.
Yeah.
So, how would you like to start the investigation, though? Like, what? I'm from Gavin. I would like a dexterity insight check.
Dex insight.
From
Okay.
Thea, I'd like another insight.
Yeah, I got you. Pretty good.
Ugh.
Thea, Serena, that is enough for you to
Yeah.
get an idea for what where the trail
I thought you were
is.
gonna say, Serena, that's enough for you to fail. I swear.
Serena, that's
like,
enough for you to fail.
That'd
I'm not gonna be that much of a dick. Why would I do that?
be pretty funny though. Kind of funny though.
What you see are massive footprints, not the trail of a sandworm at all. You're starting to feel convinced that it wasn't a sandworm.
I'm starting to think that maybe it's not a sandworm because there's feet here.
Well, I mean, that's what you're. What do you mean? There's feet here?
Look at these giant feet. There's toes. We can see the toes. We can see the toe outline.
I'm trying to rationalize this real hard right now.
I think you were just wrong.
Well, I could be wrong, but those could be anybody's feet.
The giant fucking feet that I can like lay down into. Those ones.
Yeah, clearly they're not yours. Could be anyone else's.
Rob, you.
Maybe it was a big dog.
You.
Maybe it was a big dog, dude.
Hey, can I pet that dog?
He don't bite.
That's exactly what a sandworm would say.
I'd like to investigate these footsteps further. Are they like clear enough of a footprint that I can like kind of tell what the creature's supposed to be, or?
Yeah, would you like to do anything else besides just investigate them? Like you could get sense for like magic. You could get like if you wanted to just investigate them, it would be insight. But if you wanted to inspect them for any magical signature or whatnot, it would be insight willpower.
I'm good with just physically inspecting them. Most of my magic has to do with life forces, and there's not much life force here. And it's the same either way. So I'd rather do an insight check.
Yeah, go for it. Make a DL10 insight check. Okay, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Woo!
Critical! We got a first critical of the session,
go!
people.
Hell yeah, baby.
Clap, please clap.
So you get an opportunity on your next roll. Or, actually,
Heck yeah.
you get an opportunity of your choice.
Yeah, so what are the opportunities again?
You get an advantage, affliction, bonding, faux pas, favor, information, lost item, progress, plot twist, scan, or unmask. Advantage? Yeah, here, I'm going to send it.
Can we like copy and paste them?
Yeah.
That would be real cool. Help me.
Are you able to show that on the stream too for the viewers at home?
I cannot at the moment. Still figuring that stuff out. Here, I'll put it in the player chat. Let's just see. There you go, Fia.
Okay, here we go. So, next check performed by me or an ally, get a +4 bonus. Pretty good. Creature suffers some afflictions, create a bond. Cause a faux pas. Earn favor. Get some information. Spot a useful clue. Lost item. Just destroy an item. Fill or erase up to 2 sections on a cloak. Have a plot twist. Suddenly, there's a sandworm. No.
Oh my god, I do not have a sandworm prepared.
What about a
no,
clue?
but could you imagine though?
Maybe a
Plot
rat.
twist. It was a sandworm.
It
the
was a
whole
sandworm.
time.
Every RPG you gotta
Oh,
start with
God.
If I may make a suggestion, I would say information would be the most apt one here.
I would say that's what I was gonna actually pick. Yeah, information would be awesome.
What better time for a sub baby than May? Hi, Lionel. Thank you for 9 months.
Thank you, Lionel.
Hi. Thank you.
So,
Ooh, maybe you can actually name the sub baby May.
Oh my god. You, Thea, my sweet, sweet Thea, get information.
Yes.
You are made pretty. You can tell that this is like. You said you're from Fossite, right? Or from the Farland region.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to go to the world map, you would be from up to the east and north a little bit.
Yeah.
You would be able to tell this is a bear print.
Yeah,
However,
so that's a bear.
This, whatever type of bear this is much larger than any species of bear that has been recorded before. Given the fact that 1 foot is about 6 feet long.
Yeah, so I can sit in the foot. Okay, yeah.
It is a big ass footprint.
Teach that is a bear track, though it is a real freaking big bear.
However, you notice one other thing.
Mhm.
You notice a lot of ivy and vine growth in each footprint.
Oh, what the heck? All right, we're dealing with some kind of druid bear, plant bear, some kind of like nature bear. So be on the lookout. It might be camouflage, perhaps even.
A
So if
nature
you see
bear.
a plant-like thing in the forest, stab it.
Yeah.
And now
So
we cut
basically just
down
stab
every
every bush.
single tree.
How American of you.
So,
That's
you
what we're looking for.
have this
Right.
information. You will be able to have. I will let you have an advantage on the next combat encounter
Heck yeah. Okay.
as you head into the forest.
I just can't believe I was wrong. I simply can't bear it. The thought.
I'm going to throw you out the window.
Thank you.
I'm gonna throw you. I'm gonna fucking get your ass.
Thank you.
Ugh.
It's usually the window I get thrown out of.
Anyway, so as you start heading into the forest, you hear a loud, ominous roar. A roar so powerful that the trees around are shaking. Not the branches themselves, but the trees are shaking with the force of the roar. It's so loud that you may even need to cover your ears briefly.
Lux, any idea what it said?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Oddly enough, Lux can't tell.
Oh, okay.
Lux just doesn't want to admit it said, I'm a sandworm.
Or maybe it's just screaming.
Despite the fact that Lux has the power to understand all languages, Lux cannot tell what this thing has said.
That's not good.
A little spooky.
And that is where we're gonna end episode 2.
Oh, what a cliffhanger.
Well,
I can barely contain myself for next
I'm
time.
gonna fucking get your ass.
There it is.
Oh, thank you so much for being here again, everybody.
Bye.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you for
Keep on
episode
running.
2. I'm gonna have to find a way to edit these 2 videos together because I had to stop the recording just to start the stream again.
Yeah.
I'm loving this campaign we have so far. I'm loving the interactions we're getting. Can't wait to see how you guys reveal bits about yourselves a little bit more. Can't wait to explore your backstories.
Of course.
I hope you're having fun with the world so far.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get this backstory to be a slow burn.
Phoebe, I hope you've been enjoying yourself as well. You've been a little silent and yeah.
Sorry, it's late o'clock.
I understand.
Yeah.
I love how you've been portraying Lux so far. Like, the fact that we have a character who may not want to do anything at all, despite how dangerous the process of Otherworlders might be, out of the fear that, what happens if I lose everything that I've gained here? I love that take.
It's good. It's good.
But as we wrap up...
Lux also kind of sounds like the person who would have thrown me against the lockers in high school.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's do our introductions again. Going in reverse order this time. And if you have anything big you have planned and you want to talk about, feel free to. Let's start with Tharmog.
All right, I'm Tharmag, and I'm happy to be here. I'm playing Bram Rockhart, the university teacher that is currently teaching the class that we're adventuring with here, with Serena, Lux, and Max. I am a big believer of and a big fan of sandworms, first and foremost.
Yeah, fair.
God damn it. Do you have any big planned or anything you want to shout out?
Absolutely. I want to shout out Derpaige for hosting this wonderful show.
Absolutely,
I think they're doing a wonderful job, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Following that, we have Gavin Stoutheart.
Yes, that is I. I
I'm Gavin Stoutheart, Goblin Paladin. And I'm a safe for work streamer, but I keep things fun for everybody. And one of the few things that I plan to bring later on is I want to try some game dev stuff on stream later on.
Oh!
And yeah, some people were quite interested in that. I do also have the means to perhaps take some of this here and make it into like an RPG, like in RPGmaker. We would have to do some more talks about that later on, but I at least want to do a little bit about my lore and maybe have a little Gavin game that people can play. And later on, I want to see about voice acting some comics too, because I do love doing different voices. I could be little Goblin for a bit,
or like big burly blacksmith, or some other people.
Fun with it.
Following that, we have Phoebe Bain.
You know, not everybody. I'm Phoebe Bain. God makes me Vtuber extraordinary. I normally talk about tabletop games, stuff like that, but currently my computer is kind of exploding and dying, so I don't have anything really big to announce. I'm currently in the process of buying a bunch of new computer bits, so it shouldn't take much longer to get all my stuff in order, though.
Well, hey, I know what we're gonna do. Let's start a Ko-Fi campaign and get that computer quickly for Phoebe, shall we?
Heck no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're fine. I already have all the stuff coming in. I just have to wait for it to actually deliver because Jesus Christ is getting stuff delivered with all the tariffs and stuff going on. Take forever.
Oh my God, don't remind me.
I had to get my graphics card from out of country because there's none in Ohio or anywhere online I can get something from.
I hate that. At least none of it's being scalped, right?
No, that's what I had directly to get it from all my homies from in Europe because they have a lot more there than in America, and I did not want to pay $2,000 on eBay for a scalped one.
Yeah, fuck scalpers.
Absolutely.
Fuck scoppers.
And last but certainly not least, we have Goblin Fia.
Hi, I'm Goblin Fia. I am a little loot goblin, play games, yapping while I do it. Got a little spicier 18 plus vibes, and I just like to play a variety of games and talk the chat. Big focus on that. My next stream is going to be Tuesday at noon Pacific time. So I'm starting a little early. I normally start at 4 on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. For the Tuesday stream, I'm going to be playing with 4 other amazing streamers. We're going to have our shot callers linked up.
Oh no.
And Friendly Fire. So this is going to be in Elden Ring. So all of us are going to get shocked at the same time. If one of us gets shocked, we get shocked based on the percent of health that we lost. And there's also Friendly Fire, and I'm going to be a mage. So it's, it's gonna be great.
You were gonna
I'm
be vile.
Yep.
Maybe
Very
a
excited.
feeling of pure energy by the end.
I'll be like Electro. Yeah.
I have been Index Page. As always, your GM and resident librarian of this wonderful library to share these stories with you all. It's been so great having you all here. The only thing I really have to talk about is this coming week, I have the rest of my 3-year stream celebrations going on. I'm going to be doing community games and solo games with friends and my chat, which if you'd like to play games with me during one of our community nights, do make sure you stop by the Discord. The other night we were playing some tabletop sim and playing some Red Dragon Inn live on stream with some of the people in chat. And I'd love to do this more often, especially because 3 years is a big milestone and I want to celebrate it with my wonderful community. And I want to say thank you to everyone for being here tonight, all the new follows, all the new wonderful people that stopped on in. I know we didn't have a lot going. We did have like one big hiccup. I don't know why that happened. OBS decided to just say, hey, yeah, so basically I'm going to go offline now. But the only other big thing is Friday I have the next episode of Derpaige with the other crew. So make sure you tune in for that. They're going to be going on a boat.
Hell yeah.
But for now, I'll see you later, YouTube. And like always, bye-bye!